everybody. Thank you so much for coming and saying hi. I appreciate you being here, especially being here early. I know it's I know the push has gone on for some time, but it does help still. I think at least that's what I've been told. So just like keeping the view count as high as possible. So I really appreciate you. Yeah, we're gonna get into some studies this morning. Our roads oh yeah, they probably still are off. Oops. Yeah, if there's a mod that can figure out how to turn that back on, that'd be great. But if not, no worries. I'll get to it in just a sec. Yeah, how are you all doing? Happy Wednesday. Sorry, I'm a little dazed and confused this morning. I had a very rough night's sleep, and yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna get done today, but we'll see. Welcome to World Snake Day. It's a day we talk about snakes. And we're gonna draw some, or at least I'm gonna try to draw some. Let's see. So thank you, yeah, thank you everyone for being here. Let me scroll up to the top and just say hi to folks really quick, and then I will get back into it. Let's see, who was first? Christmas Cat was first today. Congratulations, and congrats on second, PJ. You guys are quick. Lithium, thank you for that lurk. It really means a lot, seriously. Pyro, of course, thank you for lurking too. Sorry you have to be at work today, but I really appreciate, yeah, I appreciate you being here. And you too, Beans, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Hope your day is going well as well. Neil says, Wacky Wednesday. Mostly sunny with bouts of sudden chaos. We'll see. We'll see. I'm still sort of on just like, is pins and needles the right phrase? For some reason I feel like it's not the right phrase, but just waiting with bated breath, I suppose. For any amount of word. Supposedly today is the day at the very least I might hear back from them about TwitchCon. So please send good wishes. I'm trying not to hope too hard, but it would be really cool. really, really cool to get to be able to show my work at TwitchCon and have a booth there. So we'll see. We'll see if I got in. I'll keep you guys posted if I find out for sure. A little sneak peek. It's not an official merch drop yet, but if you guys want to go scope out the sculptures I finally got around to posting on Ko-fi, there's some sculptures up there. I'm also going to be adding some more stickers, sticker sheets, some downloadable sticker pages I'm going to experiment with, like printable sticker sheets. I'm a little nervous about that one, so I may only do like one and just see how it goes. But yeah, keep your eye on the Ko-fi. There's going to be a whole bunch of merch coming, probably this afternoon too. And I'll do an official like merch drop and merch announcement once everything's all together. But if anybody sees any spelling errors, let me know. Anyway, let's see. Who else is in here? Of course, Sloppy Salamander. Hey, look at those little snake emojis. Nice. Robin Progress, hello. Taddy, hello. How you doing, Tad? Good to see you too. Silvolp, welcome in. And Yamina Kakarot, you made it. I'm so appreciative that you made it. Seriously, again, I know I keep saying it, but I appreciate everybody coming in and lurking and hanging out and boosting posts about this. I did manage for once to actually have everything ready somehow to get all my social stuff posted. So if anybody wants to boost anything, there's my socials. Mostly, I think, my Instagram story. I don't even know if you can boost that. Blue Sky and Twitter, if anyone uses Twitter still. I pretty much only use Twitter as like stream announcements, but anyway, Yanni, welcome in. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Neil, thank you for showing off those Vikita emotes. Thank you for the support. I appreciate you. Snakes are really cool. Yeah, they get a lot of hate, but they're pretty neat. They're pretty neat. We'll talk about them a little bit. I'm gonna try really hard to pick like really cute snakes because I know some people have a hard time with you know, snakes in general. But I appreciate you guys coming by. Miss Art Rules, hello. Thank you so much for coming in and being here too. Where is Porpoise Push? Yeah, Jack Lantern Art. Thank you for hanging out too. Scully Mandy, hello. Good morning. Ninja Debugger. I'm glad you like the music. Who else did this? Dangerous Buttons. Hello. I think that's most everybody. Oh, I see. We got a drawing animal for the Pac-Man frog, which I did not look up yesterday, so knew I should have done that. Oh well. Yes, a danger noodle, indeed, a danger noodle. You can repost things to your story. Oh, okay. I couldn't remember. I didn't remember if there's like a way if you could only repost if you got tagged or if you could repost anybody's story. If anybody wants to do that, you can do that over on Instagram. It's just this picture, so it may not be the most exciting thing to repost. Snakes are friend-shaped, much like spiders. I think it depends on who you talk to. Oh, I'm sorry, Gucci. Thank you so Gucci Lobstero is a great name. Thank you for that follow. I'm so sorry that the alert didn't go off. What the heck? Let me do a little test run really fast and see if I can figure out why that's not working. I feel like my alerts are breaking like every other day. Let's see if I can do a little test alert. Because that's really annoying. I really rely on the alerts to tell me when things are happening. Otherwise, I get really caught up in the drawing, which I guess isn't the worst thing. But here, we'll do a test follow for you. There's your. Did it show up? There it is. Yeah. Okay. Well, it says it's working. I don't believe it, but who knows? Twitch be twitchy, I suppose. Okay. Well, we are going to do some anatomy studies first. So I always recommend starting with anatomy whenever you are doing any kind of a study of an animal or a human. Did that one work? Okay, Hearts on Screen works. So I think that one's done through Twitch. So I think it must be Streamlabs. Maybe I'll just like turn Streamlabs on and off. Maybe that will help. Turn it on and off again seems to be a thing that works, and then we'll just see if any other alerts work. Cloudbot. Off. And now on. Wait. Okay, now on. Who knows? Everything's a mystery. Okay. We tried. Snakes give good hugs, do they? Do they give good hugs? I wouldn't know from personal experience. What type of snake can you find on a plane? A Boeing constrictor? Oh, well, I guess it's working now. Thank you, BJ. BJ, that is extremely generous of you. Oh my goodness. Thank you. I'm guessing unless you claim that gift subdoodle that you are gifting that subdoodle. So, yeah, Miss Art rules. I don't know if you're in the sub-zoo or not, but if you aren't and you'd like to be, let me know. I can make a little note here really fast. Let me save this. I'm also a little nervous, you guys, that my PC is going to crash today. It crashed randomly yesterday when I wasn't streaming, thankfully. But I just don't... Guys, I'm so tired. I'm so tired of having so many problems. Anyway. Just, you know, thoughts and prayers for my PC, I suppose. Just really hoping that it doesn't crash if something big happens today. That would be incredibly embarrassing and awkward. Okay, Miss Art Rules. I don't know if you're in here or not, but if you... Oh, I think you are. That's right, you're the crowned lion. Well, if you would like me to add anything to your lion, let me know. There's like an object I could add in there or change something. But thank you, BJ, once again. And BJ, you are on the list of missing animals, I'm just saying. So if you ever want to claim your missing animals, you do get a colored one. So you just let me know any old time, Fredo. Not the PC, I know, Scully. It's, I can't even express how frustrating and stressful it has been to have PC issues this whole year. Actually for about a year. Not just this year, but just in general, I've had PC issues. Anyway. I think it's more annoying because it's a brand new build, so it really shouldn't be having problems, and I think that's the most frustrating thing about it. Is that I'm like, I paid a ton of money so I wouldn't have to deal with PC issues for at least 10 years. But apparently, I may honestly just have to like reinstall everything or something. Just like wipe everything and... I don't know. I'm so worried about bricking my PC though when I do stuff like that, like flashing the motherboard and stuff like that. It's just a little bit stressful. Haven't had time to do it. Anyway, alright. We will talk about that another time. Okay. Let's see. So just to keep it fair, Miss Art Rules, we just do color for 5, just so that people can tell. It's like a way to designate, you know, who has gifted a bunch at once. But if there's any detail you'd like me to change or add, let me know. Okay. Good old factory reset. Yeah, it was factory reset when I started. That's the thing. It's like it literally started having issues 3 months after I built it. and I had barely put anything on there. Like there weren't any built programs other than my drawing programs, and like a couple of save files and some music. So it's like, what? Why is it having problems? Anyway, I'm not going to get into all that right now because that'll be a long, rambly conversation. Thank you for the lyric, John Kelly Draws. I really appreciate that. And again, thank you to everybody for hanging out, for spreading the word, I've been seeing shout outs and stuff. I just really appreciate you guys. I know it's kind of tiring doing the whole like hype for the push and hanging out and stuff, but I really do appreciate people leaving the stream up when they can, and yeah, just suggesting grade targets, all that stuff really, really goes a long way. So today I have this stream in the morning for anyone who's new around here, and then I have a stream this afternoon. This afternoon I'll be doing like more projects. Typically in the afternoon I do project-based streams, kind of get work done on my own stuff, unless we're doing like a special event. So it will be, let's see. I think this afternoon I'm going to be doing some sticker designs. I really, really want to make some art gem stickers and kind of get ahead of that, because I'm about to put in a print order for like conventions and stuff for my shop and things like that. So I'd like to have some of those stickers made. So if you guys have any fun like workout session, like funny sayings you've seen on other bumper stickers, I have a little list over here, but we'll talk about it more this afternoon. So just be thinking about that. And then maybe a Save the Vikita Day sticker, I think would be appropriate. Especially if I make it to TwitchCon. I'll do like hashtag Save the Vikita, because TwitchCon's either going to be after Save the Vikita Day and there might be some like hype and talk about it, or it'll be before Save the Vikita Day in October, depending on what day they pick. And I'll be able to like drum up interest, which would be kind of cool. So I think I'm going to do both, and they will be available on the Ko-fi as well. Just need to get a bunch made. As much as you appreciate the help for the push, I really appreciate the art gem. Aw, thanks, Jack. And the community you built. I appreciate you guys. You guys are like making this happen, honestly, in like every sense. I appreciate you. But I'm glad that you enjoy being here, and I'm honored that I can help cultivate a space for this. I just appreciate the accountability, honestly. You guys are keeping me accountable. Like, I would not be doing these studies if not for you guys showing up. And just the fact that people might be drawing with me. It's really nice. We talk about this a lot, I know, but you know, art it's a very isolating pursuit. You know, we're all just sitting alone by ourselves making art. And it's nice to have some camaraderie, and I feel like that's what I'm hoping for the art gem, and just for any of the like co-working sessions that we do. And I really appreciate you guys being here and helping establish that, you know. You don't draw, but you do paint miniatures. Nice. Hey, well, I hope that that's really fun for you. And, you know, if you make anything cool, feel free to share. If anyone ever is working along in any capacity, even if it's not a study, like for the art gym, we do still have a Discord where people can post their art, their works in progress, their photography. There's a word share for new writers in the chat. Like, feel free to share what you're working on. As long as it's not, like, super not work safe. It should be fine. I'd love to look at it. I don't always have time to comment, unfortunately, on everybody's work, but I do look at everything. And it's always really inspiring to scroll through there and just kind of see the variety of styles and approaches and creative thinking. It's really, really cool. Yeah, we hold each other up. Exactly. Let's see, I hope I didn't miss it. Oh, hey, Freaky Deek, how are you? I feel like I missed somebody in chat. I'm so sorry. You have an interview with Boeing scheduled tomorrow, Ninja. Nice. Good luck. I hope it goes well. Okay. Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe, Ninja. I'll take a look here in a second. I'm trying to, I'm still kind of waking up this morning. Like I said, did not have, like, the smoothest night's sleep. But I am trying to think still about, like, what I'm trying to get out of the study, right? That's kind of the main goal we always have when we're doing a study. It shouldn't be to, like, directly copy the thing. It should be to understand the form, to understand what you're actually drawing. Like, as I'm drawing this skull, I'm not necessarily trying to copy the lines. I'm thinking about what a snake actually looks like. And I'm trying to place, like, in my mind, I'm kind of, like, placing the lips over this, you know, and figuring out, like, oh yeah, there's, like, that pocket of skin. And that's why it's stretched like that, is because when the jaw is open, it helps it hinge. And sometimes you see the little dimpled chin when they have their lower mandibles spread out. So, like, I'm just thinking about things that I've noticed when I see these animals, and I'm trying to commit it to memory, right? That's the whole purpose for me for doing studies, is I'm trying to become a better illustrator. I'm trying to become a better, you know, imaginative artist or sculptor. Like, there's so many things that can be enhanced by doing studies, right? Like, I'm trying to think, like, okay, I'm really looking at this. Like, what is this? At first glance, you might be like, oh, those are some weird teeth, and then you notice, oh, that's actually part of the vertebra. Like, here's the spinal column here. So that's the back of the head. And it's just like, by breaking down the reference, that way you don't fall into the habit of copying. That way you're actually asking questions, you're studying, you're understanding more about what you're drawing. And if you don't, then look at a reference from a different angle. You know, like, don't. Sometimes you need more than one skull study from a different angle to really understand the skull, especially if you're not able to draw from something in person. If you're able to find, like, if you happen to be lucky enough to own a snake skull, highly recommend doing a study of that instead, because then you can turn it, you can look at it from the top down, you can put it on its side, you could really, like, take in what it is that makes up the anatomy of the skull of these animals. So let's see. If I finish lining a wallpaper I'm working on one of my friend's skull dog characters. Oh, nice. Yeah, that'd be super fun. Be easier to get something out of this. If the form makes any sense. Well, and that's the thing. Like, this may not be the best reference either. I actually feel like there's something really strange going on with the neck vertebra. I think it might just be the angle that the photograph is taken from, but I also kind of wonder if, like, there wasn't some damage done to this. I don't know. It's hard to say, because it almost feels like it's missing part of the face. Or maybe that's just, like, the way, like, maybe this type of snake, maybe that's the way its skull is. Because here's a totally different one. I think we've actually done a study of this one before. But here's another one that shows, like, the whole anatomy of the entire animal. And I feel like a lot of times when people draw snakes, they just draw them as, like, long tubes with heads, which is fair. Like, I mean, that's basically my shorthand as well. But you gotta remember, like, they're extremely muscular, and they're basically all ribs. So they have, like, their neck vertebra here, and then very quickly those neck vertebra become, like, a very elongated set of ribs, and then down here somewhere is where the tailbone actually is. So it's not like a head and then tail. It's still got the bits, you know, that everybody else has. It's just very exaggerated in different places. But yeah, it almost feels like part of the skull here might be missing now that I'm looking at it. Or again, it could just be a snake that has, like, a very different sort of a cranial setup. I actually don't know. I just grabbed this. It could be a damaged skull. Like, this is why, again, it's important to use multiple references. I kind of think it might just be a specific species, though, because this one I'm looking at looks very similar to this one, too. They just have a very weird skull. It looks like it might be some type of viper. Let me see. Rhinoceros viper. What's that? Oh, it's got little pokey horns on its face. That's cute. Yeah, for some reason this viper just has, like, a really weird skull. So again, pay attention to what type of thing you're studying as well. It could be having a bad fang day. There's just so many bones. There are. Yeah, you thought fish had a lot of bones. But yeah, be sure to, like, if you're not sure about a reference, there's no harm in finding a new one either. You know, like, don't feel like you have to draw the first reference you find. Way different cranial bones. Yeah, apparently. One is a constrictor, and the other is venomous. That could be it. Yeah, for sure. They're 100% dark meat, really? I wouldn't even know that. I think vipers have fewer ribs because they need less support. Oh, interesting. They use support for moving rather than increasingly obscured amounts of pressure. That's true. That's true. That makes sense. Yeah, ninja. Let's see. Can a turntable fit? I could move you and make it fit. I could put you in a different spot. Let's see. And also, hi Skittle. How are you doing? It's good to see you. You guys, make sure you're following a blue Skittle. Skittle, I appreciate you hanging out so much. Hope your art's going well. Hope you're arting along. It is going successfully if you are arting along. And if not, either way, I hope you're having a good day. You guys, make sure you follow Skittle. Incredible artist here on the platform. I highly recommend. I'm gonna make a little note, Miss Art Rules, but I'm not gonna do it right now. There we go. Definitely a human and not a cat. That's what the story is. That's what the story is, yeah. Doing some final touches on the cave art, and then you can chill for the rest of the day. Nice, nice. Well, I hope it continues to go well for you. Yeah, it's hard to find time, Amaze. I try to pop in when I can, but usually if I pop into someone I'm following, I'm only able to stay in chat for like a few minutes, and then I have to lurk. I just have too much I need to do. Unfortunately. I feel like I was a little bit better about that last year, but like last year it was like part of my goals was to like get to know more artists here on Twitch. So I've had more constraints on my time this year. So I'm really glad that I made time to do that in 24, but it does make me sad because I know there's like always new artists checking out the platform, and I feel like I'm always stumbling in on new folks, and I wish I had more time to hang out in everybody's chats. Most of the time I just lurk these days, but I try to say hi when I can, you know? Let's see. Hey, Store. Sorry, I don't know if I said hi or not, Kudo, but it's good to see you, Kudo. Yeah, I just need to go to the time store. You're right. You're right. What is wrong with me? The time store, of course. Of course, the time store. Yeah, I think the confusing part of this image is like what's going on underneath the top of the skull bone here. Clearly some unique organ and muscle attachments, but I feel like this is like the eye area. I'm not sure, honestly. So this may not be the best thing to study, honestly, because I'm not entirely positive that it's not a damaged specimen. So I'm going to do a quick study of this other one. Oops, I messed up. Oh no, I messed up twice. There we go. So I did find more pictures of this type of skull from different angles, which I think might help. But it's still just like... I think part of it's the lighting. It's just like catching it at just the right angle to make that like... to make that eye socket edge just like disappear. But anyway, yeah. These are really low resolution and not that helpful, unfortunately. I'm gonna do one more. Oh, I found a good one. No, it's not really letting me grab the image. Oh, here we go. Sorry, my computer is making loud sounds and freaking me out. There we go. So this one shows how the ribs can kind of like contract a little bit, which I think is cool. That's probably something I should study, something important to know. I think it's a similar critter. It looks like that lower mandible, they've got it really stretched. It's almost like they're kind of showing how the bones would be stretching so that it could swallow a critter for lunch. But it's not my birthday. Ninja, don't let Paradox Moose lie to you. It's not my birthday. Oh, very cool. Oh, is your friend and her daughter's birthday. I see. Let's see. Where does the brain go? I mean, it's probably not as large as like compared to the skull size as ours. Snakes are small, they're probably yeah, exactly. Yeah, the lower jaws can walk food forward. Yep, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. But yeah, I like that they kind of squished the ribs in this front half of the body to kind of show you what would be going on. So I'm gonna do a quick study of this one. Every day is your birthday if you believe hard enough. I mean, I guess. It's but it's still not the actual day that I was born. So, you know, the anniversary of the day that I was born is not here. Okay. I'm just gonna mostly focus on the skull because I don't feel like I got enough out of this first one to really understand it. Oh, and I forgot to do a prediction. Did we start a prediction? I can't remember if we did. Did I even finish the last one? No, here we go. How many studies will I do today? Well, since I've already done one, we're gonna say 2, 3, 4, or many more. So there's the new prediction. Wait, did I set the right time? Yes, there's the prediction. And there you go. If you'd like to predict, just have something to spend your channel points on until I can think of more things, go for it. Oh, and I do have a draw me an animal from Yanni. I need to get to that. Let me finish this little snake study, Yanni, and then I will do that draw me an animal game. Gotta get at least a couple things done, you know. Imagine combing your hair with a snake skeleton. I cannot. Germs, hello, and I cannot imagine this. Nor do I think I really want to. I don't know if this is accurate, but my impression of these bones is that they're so small. They'd probably be really fragile, and I don't really relish the idea of, like, picking bones out of my hair. Might work? Maybe. Again, picking bones out of my hair doesn't sound like the way I would like to spend my morning. But, you know, maybe there's somebody out there that's really doing it for them. And if you know, you go for it. Sloppy, you first. You should have whipped on my Discord. Oh, nice. Yeah. Both excited and scared. Oh, no worries. No, I'm excited to look at it. Yeah, I'll definitely take a look. Like I was saying earlier, I know I don't always have time to, like, comment usually on everyone's stuff, but I really do love looking at everything people post, and I'll be happy to go take a look. Okay. Let's see. Judging by Sloppy's reaction, it's impressive. And I think you were maybe, I saw some people posting some links to art. Feel free to post those in the Discord if you'd like more people to see them. Not everybody pays attention to the chat in Twitch, and some people are just lurking and listening, so if you want more people to actually see your work, probably the Discord would be a better spot, but feel free, of course, if you have art you want to share, as long as it's work safe, I don't mind. As long as nobody abuses that, we should be good. So far, so good with that. Although, I guess that is something I do need to think about for if I manage to get the front page for Save the Vikita Day in October. Probably need to, like, turn off link permissions. I feel like that would be too much leeway to give just a random Twitch audience. There may be a lot of things that'll be changed if that happens on that day, but cross that bridge when I get there. There we go. Hey, Crazy, how are you? It's so good to see you. Thanks for coming in. I really, really appreciate it. Not even turned off, just restricted to subs. Oh yeah, maybe. Maybe we could do that. I think that's a good idea. I didn't even know you could do that, to be honest. So much I still don't know about Twitch. Always more to learn. Hey, Isol, how you doing? It's good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. Hope your day is going well. Hope your Wednesday is Wednesday-ish. Whatever that means. Whatever you want that to mean. I wonder if the Cobra skeleton has ribs in the hood area. You know, I looked that up too. And I think I saw a skeleton that it did have. But I'm a little confused about how that works, honestly. Yeah. Oh my gosh, yes, of course. I'm really glad that we could raid into you. Yeah, if you guys missed yesterday's stream, we did a co-stream with Margot Simone Art. And then we collectively raided into Be It Easel, which was very fun to coordinate a double raid. So, yeah. Don't need links in chat except from raiders for, you mean for a Save the Vikita Day? If I get front page? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, usually we share, so we do share art on stream from links in chat, but only from people who rated. It's kind of like a thank you to be able to showcase their work. But like I said, if anyone has art they want to share, as long as it's work safe, you know, feel free as long as it's not spammy. But, you know, also there's the Discord. That's where more people are probably going to find it. Because not everybody can make every live stream. So it's probably a little bit easier to share there. But either way, I can leave that to the discretion of my mods. I'm too busy trying to figure out this snake skeleton. Sometimes I just miss stuff in chat anyway. I always worry that people are going to get mad at me. If I've ever ignored somebody in chat, I promise you it's not on purpose. Unless you were just being rude, which happens so rarely here. Thankfully. Gosh, I hope I didn't just jinx myself. Watch, we're gonna get like all the rude people now. All the rude people are gonna come say hi now. BJ, my gosh. BJ, thank you. I really appreciate that. It's very kind of you to gift that sub to Easel. Easel, I can't remember if you're in the sub zoo. Let me check. I feel like I thought maybe you were in last month's sub zoo. If you're not in the sub zoo, let me know. I'd be happy to add you, because BJ has been very silent about claiming those gift subs, or those sub doodles, so I'm guessing that just means he's gifting them to you. So I'm going to put your name on here, and let me know if you'd like to be in the sub zoo. For now, you get a question mark, but eventually, I will turn it into something. And for anyone who's new and is like, what are you talking about? What is this, like, crazy... What was it? Danny called it a critter coterie, which I think is very funny. It's the party animal sub zoo. So to get into the sub zoo, it's just like a way for me to say thank you to people who sub. So you can sub or gift a sub to be added, basically. And then 5 gift subs or more is how you get color. It's how I kind of thank people and acknowledge people who have gifted multiple subs at once. And then anything past that, we start doing giveaways and stuff. So it's just a way to say thanks. Here's me. I'm the zookeeper. We're doing a party theme this month because maybe I'm being optimistic, but I'm kind of hoping I'll hear positive things about anything, whether it be TwitchCon or Twitch partner or anything. So I don't know. We're just waiting. You know I need to be a weasel. That's true. I wasn't gonna assume. Easel, listen. I wasn't gonna assume. But I was thinking that. I was kind of thinking that. Am I saying you're not being rude? No, I'm saying I'm thankful that nobody here is rude. It makes it a very cozy environment. I'm just saying that I think I probably jinxed myself just now. I'm really good at bumbling, so. How many ribs do snakes have? Normally I have the same skeleton deep down, but he's been hoarding all of them. Yeah, the snake took everyone else's ribs, for sure. Easel, thank you. Oh wait, I just put easel. Hold on. Weasel. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. Alright, I've done 2 little snake studies. I kind of like how chunky the belly looks in this rib section here. I'm gonna do the Draw Me an Animal game really fast so I don't forget. No, you're not, Ninja. You are. I've never seen you be rude. I've not seen very many people in any of the communities that I hang out in very often be very rude, thankfully, and I'm really appreciative. There's definitely been times I've gone into other stream communities and I'm just like, this is not... I don't want any of these people to find my stream, so I don't say anything in the chat. Does anyone else do that? Anyone else who's a streamer? Do you like ever just go into a stream to kind of check out the vibe and then you realize, oh no, I don't want this anywhere near my community, and you just like quietly exit, hoping nobody noticed you? 'Cause I've done that a few times. Thankfully not very often with like art streams or anything, but okay. You have, okay. I'm like, that can't just be me. Let's see. Oh, we got a hydrate and a stretch that I think I have left over. Let me do that really good. Let's check this chat. Oh, never mind. Yeah, pretty much. Honestly. Okay, Pac-Man frog and a hydrate. Let me do the hydrate really fast, and we'll draw a Pac-Man frog. I didn't look this up yesterday because I got busy and I forgot. I just like poured water on myself too. There was my hydrate and my apparently face washing. And yeah, we're gonna do a Pac-Man frog. No idea what it looks like. We're gonna find out. Feel free to look it up, just don't tell me. And I have 5 minutes to draw what I think it looks like. This is just a little game we play around here. Every 30 minutes or so it can be redeemed. It is, we'll say 9:40, so I'm gonna go for 5 minutes. I don't know. All I know is, when it came up, we were looking at a frog that Rue drew yesterday that kind of looked like this. So I think I'm just gonna draw that frog. He was kind of chunky, that's all I remember. And had spots, maybe? I don't know. We need to do another frog study. I don't draw frogs often enough to really think about their anatomy. Had like almost looked like a pointed nose or something, but I don't know. Maybe like a nose ridge is what I'm remembering. Yeah, no idea. No idea what a Pac-Man frog is. We're gonna find out together though. There's my frog. Don't they have eyes that are funny? I think they're like this. Okay, he's a happy little guy. It's a froge. Oh no, my color's not working. Yeah, this is basically me just drawing from memory what I think that frog I saw Rue draw yesterday looked like. I have no idea what a Pac-Man frog is. Hopefully it was a Pac-Man frog. Hopefully that's why people brought it up. Because this is all I know. I guess we're making up for lost time. So who was it yesterday was like, no, don't look it up so we can redeem it. Was that, maybe it was Yanni. Maybe it was Yanni that said that. I don't know. I definitely forgot to look it up though. Hi Paleo, how you doing? Good to see you. Okay. And then maybe like a yellowish belly. This is my attempt at what I think possibly a Pac-Man frog looks like. No real idea though. Maybe we'll do like little orange spots. That'll be fun. Boink, 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 boink. Boink, 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 boink. Okay. Yeah, why not? Let's just cover you in spots. Okay, that's my frog. Let's do... I bet a frog like this lives in mud. Hangs out in mud a lot, I would bet. So we're gonna give him kind of a muddy area to hang out in. And that's my frog! Let's learn about what it really looks like. He be thick. He do be thick. Let's see. Pac-Man frog. Oh, kinda. I mean, I can definitely see... Maybe Rue did this and in my brain I turned it brown. It's a type of horned frog. I mean, I got the blob kinda right. I got the blob-ish kinda right, though. This one's orange. I'm gonna say I got close-ish. But, no, I've never... Oh, not AI mode. Shoot. Ugh, just wasted a bottle of water. Stupid AI. Let's see. It's a species of frog in the family, or it's a genus of frogs. It's a whole bunch of frogs that are called Pac-Man frogs, also known as South American horned frogs, as well as Pac-Man frogs, due to their characteristic round shape, horned brows, and large mouth, reminiscent of video game character Pac-Man. There are 8 species. Ooh, let's see if I can find one that looks like the one I did. This one looks like the one I did. I was definitely drawing the Colombian Pac-Man frog. Oh my gosh, they're kind of fun though. Look at these colors on this Argentinian one. Ooh. Might have to pen that. Lovely, lovely little guy. I mean, I feel like I did okay, guys. I feel like I did okay. I was totally drawing this muddy guy, for sure. Let's see. They're endemic to South America, the most common species of horned frog. Okay. It's a voracious eater, will attempt to swallow anything that moves close to its wide mouth, such as insects, rodents, passerine birds, snakes, lizards, and other frogs, even if the predator would suffocate in the process. Holy cow. So it's real dumb. It's like must eat at all costs. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. Wait, and it's not extinct or endangered? Oh, it's near threatened, but it's not currently threatened. Well, that's good at least. I guess the whole eat everything at any cost scenario is working out for it. How do I get back to the other ones? I want to see if any others are endangered. Let's just do a quick little who should we be sad for count. Let's see. Drumroll. Pacific horned frog. Oh, vulnerable. Vulnerable. It's not yet endangered, but it is vulnerable. This one lives in Ecuador and Peru. What about you? The Caatinga horned frog. Oh, that one's good. Even though we don't have a picture, apparently it's fine. Cranwell's horned frog, also doing good. Okay, okay. Oh, Suriname horned frog, also apparently doing good, which is great. So far, this whole group seems to be, as a whole, doing okay, which is nice. The Venezuelan horned frog, least concern. Love to see it. Brazilian horned frog. Hey, that's actually, for frogs and toads, honestly, having that many that are doing okay, that's a very adaptable species. So I take it back. You're obviously not stupid, or you wouldn't be. Although the one that eats apparently everything is endangered, potentially. Oh, no, nope, that was this one. So the only one that we have a little bit of concern about is the Pacific horned frog. Also known as the Pacific bigmouth frog. It's a type of Pac-Man frog. It looks like these. Pretty cute. Well, there you go, guys. We learned about some of them. Only this one didn't have pictures. Oh wait, we didn't learn about this one. Oh, we don't know if that one's okay or not. It just exists. Alright, well, I'm gonna send you guys a link to this. If you want to learn more about these guys, feel free. Popular in the pet trade. The prey drive is yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Maybe that's why they're not doing so bad. Is that they're popular, and unfortunately captivity does tend to be, if it's done well, a way to preserve a species. It's not ideal, but at least we have them still, so that's good. Well, I'm gonna say I got, you know, I'm gonna give myself like 65, 70%. I mean, can't give myself too much credit. It does say frog in the name, so. But I did make him blobby. Alright, there's the Draw Me an Animal game. Alright, back to the studies. Big mouth, head empty. Yep, exactly. Exactly. Let's see. Frog looks content. That's true. A Beelzebub Bufo in media is depicted looking like a Pac-Man frog. Yeah, I've seen that. That was how they depicted it in Prehistoric Planet, I'm pretty sure. How you doing, Sam of Cloak, by the way? Thanks for coming in. It's good to see ya. Hope your day is going well. And thanks again, everybody, for hanging out. Okay, let's do an actual snake study, not just bones. We'll do an actual snake. A danger noodle, if you will. What's another name for a snake? Give me your best snake pet name. I am fond of danger noodle. Oh, it's a nope rope. That's another one I've heard is a nope rope. I could draw one that looks like it's smiling. That would be okay, right? I'm trying to find the least scary looking snakes. This one's really cute. What about this one? I like this one. Hognose snakes are cool. That's true. Let's look up a hog-nosed. Have you guys all seen an Arabian sand boa? Has everyone seen one of those? If you haven't seen an Arabian sand boa, you should probably fix that right now. In fact, let me know if you need me to show you an Arabian sand boa. One's in the chat if you would like me to show you an Arabian sand boa right this second. Oh, these hog-nosed snakes are pretty cute. Oh, look at this little... Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. This one's really pretty. Aww, I like them. Yeah, one in the chat if you want me to show you. Oh, we have a few ones. I see 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I see at least 5 ones. Alright, you asked for this, literally, chat. Are you ready? Prepare your minds and bodies if you've never seen an Arabian sand boa before. This is the least... It is the least intimidating snake on the planet. I will bet money on this. Yes, the horror. Are you ready? Are you ready, chat? 3, 2, 1. I present to you the Arabian sand boa. Oh no, I didn't want to show you a video. I wanted to show you the image. Look at it. When it blows up real big like that, it's kind of hard to handle. No, but this is not a joke. Like, this is not photo edited. This is legitimately what they look like. If you don't believe me, I mean, come on, guys. It's got googly eyes. It looks like a Muppet. It looks like a Muppeteer tried to make a snake. Like, if they were to have a snake Muppet, it would be an Arabian sand boa. It's so cute and derpy. It is impossible to fear this animal. Even if you have a fear of snakes, I challenge you to have any amount of fear if you look down and saw one of these. It looks like a kid's drawing. It does. Casually uses it as reference. If you try to draw this animal, it's gonna look like you messed up a snake. It's a sock puppet. It's not real. It probably can still hurt you, but I mean, so can a puppy. Let's be honest. Like, it probably didn't mean it. It looks like a medieval painting of a snake done by somebody who's never seen a snake. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. It cracks me up every time. Every time. So yeah, if you ever encounter somebody who's like, "Oh, I'm afraid of snakes," Google for them the Arabian sand boa and be like, "I dare you to fear this. I dare you to fear this." It's impossible. Listen, it's just this is how it hides. Look at it. This is it trying to be sneaky. Look at it from the front. Oh my gosh. Even when it's eating something, it looks so... It looks like Kermit the Frog. It's straight up Kermit the Frog. It's a Muppet on a snake body. You can't with this one. Even if it's eating a mouse, it's like, derp. Okay, enough of that. Anyway, now you know. Now you all know. I thought for sure it would have hidden in the sand like a crocodile. I mean, it looks like it's trying to. I mean, it's somehow managed to persist. But holy cow, they are so funny. Oh my gosh. If ever there was a snake that needed to be memed, oh thank goodness it has. I just looked it up on Wikipedia to make sure it wasn't endangered. It's not endangered, thank goodness. What a derpy animal. Okay. Just sticks its head out like it did in Reverse Ostrich move. Yeah, exactly. Why are there so many songs about rainbows? Exactly, Jacqueline Tenard. Okay, well anyway, thank you guys for experiencing that with me. It looks like a baguette that has come to life. It literally just looks like you stuck googly eyes on something like a sock puppet. Yeah, it's anyway. Now we all have lost a little bit of fear of our snake. Snake fear if we had one. The level of derpy is, yeah, it's pretty cute. He got stepped on too many times. Oh no. Oh my gosh, I missed so many golden comments when you guys were looking at it. They are amazing, I agree. It looks like somebody pressed skew in Photoshop. Yep, failed puppet for sure. Crawled out of Adventure Time. Well, now we all know. Now we all know. You're gonna have Rainbow Connection stuck in my head now. Well, I'm glad that that interpretation of it is you know, is with you forever now. I bet you could come up with some really good lyrics to Rainbow Connection about the Arabian sand boa. That can be your challenge today, chat, if you don't have something to draw. If you're not doing studies, you know, just think about some good lyrics. I hide in hot sand, and I poke my eyes out, and I hope they don't laugh at me. Something like that. I don't know. That's my terrible Kermit impression. Hopefully B Diesel's not here. B Diesel could probably do a better impression than me. Fighting for my life with these snake skulls. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about looking at their skull. See, now I'm distracted looking at snakes. Specifically this snake. I want to see what their skull looks like. That's not the right skull. There's not that many just readily available here on Google Images, but I'm sure if I do some good digging. Okay, well now that we've all laughed at poor Arabian sand boa, let me pick a really cute snake. So there's these snakes that have really cute, like, big bug eyes, basically. They have real skinny necks, but like really bugged out little eyeballs. I think they're precious. It's a blunt head tree snake. A blunt head tree snake. If you look that up. These guys are so cute. And they have like impossibly thin necks with very large cartoonish heads. I think they're very sweet. So I'm gonna maybe do one of these too. It probably catches prey by making the prey laugh itself to death. Yeah, probably. That mouse had a happy death. It was so amused. It was like, you know what? You're trying so hard. I'll just go ahead and let you eat me. It's fine. Hey Craig. You can't do Kermit either. I want your rendition of that song on tape. No, that's the only thing you get. I don't think anybody clipped it, so I'm safe. There's no recording. What do you mean? What rendition are you talking about? No! What? Raga, why? Raga, how did you do that so fast? I was saying, I know. I don't even think I had the picture on the screen. Oh my gosh, Raga. No, nobody clicked that link. It's fine. You don't need to click it. No, we don't. Stop thinking, Raga. Oh, no. This is why I don't sing on stream. Well-beings ask and ye shall receive. Unfortunately for me. Goodness. Somebody tells me Raga's about to get top clip of the month. Unfortunately, again, for me. Of course. Posting it to the Discord. Okay. Alright, let's draw some snakes. Before I embarrass myself anymore. But look how cute this guy is. He's not quite as derpy as the sand boa, but I think they're pretty cute. They're called blunt head tree snake. Oh my gosh. Size are literally bigger than this. It's true. It's true. Pinning the post. Amaze you. How dare. How dare. I'm trying to have a serious art stream. Very serious here. We're learning. And, well, I mean, I guess you technically learned about the Arabian sand boa if you didn't know. But we're learning about drawing. Not no. I should know better. Mods have two jobs. One, keep chat safe. Two, troll streamer. That's just how it works on Twitch. If anybody out there is thinking about getting into Twitch, just know if you give someone a sword, this is what happens. Power abuse. Clipped, quoted, pinned, all the things the internet remembers. I know, that is honestly the scariest thing about the internet for me. I do worry. Oh my gosh. Yeah, yet, Kudo. Just wait. Just wait. Alrighty. You guys, they're so cute though. Look at these little guys. They're just little wisps with little cartoonishly large faces and tiny short noses. It's a really fun proportion, honestly. Their little thin necks kind of weird me out. Like, I'm not sure how... I'm just not sure, like, they seem so fragile, but then you can see the rest of its body back here, and it's, like, quite normal snake-sized, right? But, like, their necks are so thin. Fascinating little critters. Oh, we have an ad coming up in, like, 50 seconds. Oh, and you guys also have, like, 20 seconds left to make a prediction, so if you were wanting to predict, get it in now. How many studies do you think I'm gonna do? I will say, I'm already on 3, so I guess if you wait till the end, you have a little bit of an upper hand. But, okay, I'll probably color this one slightly. He's just a hungry boy. Someone give him a grasshopper. Yeah, but look how big his body is. He feels like he needs more than a grasshopper. But it's just like a tiny little baby snake head. No, it's like the front half of him looks like a baby snake. and then the rest of him looks like a normal snake. It's very strange. Oh my gosh! James V. Barrow, oh gosh! Thank you so much for the raid. Great timing. We were just able to snooze the ads. How was your stream? What did you get up to? Holy cow. Thank you so much for bringing your community here. I really appreciate it. We are doing studies. Apologies to anyone who's afraid of snakes. We're trying to pick like the cutest snakes possible. But we are doing studies of snakes. I find this is helpful with creature design. There is a reference pinned to the top of chat. Pay no attention to the other thing pinned to the top. Wait, did we unpin the reference? Okay, well, there's supposed to be references. I'm being trolled slightly. Frost the Silly Dragon and 27 Brushes, thank you for that follow. My name is Casey, I'm an illustrator, and if I could actually ask your help on something really fast, I would love to request if anyone's able to. I'm actually pushing for a partner, and if you're able to lurk, I'm waiting to hear back any minute now, any day now from Twitch. I have no idea. I applied last Thursday, and they said I've heard it can be anywhere between a few days to 2 weeks. So we're just kind of waiting and trying to keep the numbers up, but I'm trying to apply to partner to get on the front page for Save the Bikita Day. And James Barrow, if you have to raid and run, no worries, but if you want to share some art, I would love to show it off on stream. You guys, James Barrow is an incredible artist. If you should be following if you aren't already. But yeah, if anyone's able to lurk, like raids count now, so you guys are already helping just by being here, but if you're able to help lurk, to just kind of encourage Twitch to maybe say yes. I have no idea if they'll do it live or if I'll just get an email, but I'll be letting you guys know when I know if they say yes or no. So far every stream since we started has hit that number, and it's people coming in and lurking from raids or just deciding to be here that really helps. Makes lurking noises excellent. Thank you so much, D. Brendan. And let me say hi to everybody who said hi in chat really fast. I know I missed a few folks. Let's see. Mildly Competent Charlie, amazing name. Thank you for coming in on the B raid. Maggie. Thank you for being here too. Hey, Kirsty Arts, good to see you as well. Of course, James, it's good to see you. And again, if you have a link you want to drop, feel free to do so. I'll be happy as long as it's work safe to show it on stream. And Smudgers, cute name. Thank you so much for coming in. She-Wolf Nita, hello. Thank you guys so much for coming in on the raid and for checking out a new streamer. While I wait to see if there's a link from Jam, I will also has some of the best emotes on Twitch, if I can say so myself. Feel free to spam those those James V. Barrow emotes if you got them. Marshy Mellow, thank you so much for coming in too. And Pin Creature, hello. I think I got everybody. Kepper, also hi. I see you sneaking in there. And Artrex Gaming, thank you for coming in too. I hope everyone's having a good Wednesday. You can share your piece from today. Yeah, for sure. While I'm waiting, I'm just gonna do a quick little show and tell of some of my own stuff. And then we'll get that out of the way, and then we'll show off your awesome stuff. James's incredible paintings. I am trying to get into like book illustration. I'm mostly a digital illustrator, but every once in a while we'll do traditional. I actually did watercolor yesterday with Margot Simone, if you guys know Margot Simone art. It was super fun, learned a lot, definitely want to play more with watercolor. But typically when you come in the afternoons, I'll be doing like finished pieces like these. I do a lot of critters. I'm trying to get better at people and like incorporating more storytelling, including humans with my pieces. It's kind of hard. I'm a little tempted always toward nature. But you know, I'm attempting to get better, and that's part of what we're doing right now is this thing called the Art Gym. So at the Art Gym, you can study. We do different, it's like a study session, like an accountability session for artists, and the whole theme is to get the bad drawings out together. And then at the end, we show off everyone's work. Today is snakes, but like yesterday we did orcas for World Orca Day. We did costuming last week, for character design work. I've done like clouds and stuff. So we do all kinds of things for the Art Gym. I also do sculpting. So here's a couple of sculptures. This one actually just got listed on Ko-fi officially. So this is one that I sculpted on stream and painted. And we do sculpting streams on the last stream of the month. So it's usually a Wednesday or a Monday afternoon. But I like doing sculpting. It's probably the only regular traditional media that I do. But stuff like this probably wouldn't be for sale online because it's so fragile. I don't know if you can see, but it's got like lots of little details that could break in shipping. So if I make it into TwitchCon, I'll be taking this with me to TwitchCon if I finish it. You love that idea? Well, hey, stick around. Oh my gosh, Neil, thank you for gifting a sub to Kepper. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Neil, I can't remember if you're in the sub zoo. If you are, and you want to gift that sub, or if you aren't and you want to keep it, let me know. But if you want to gift that sub doodle, we can gift that to Kepper. I see a link from Jam. Let's see. Click. Oh my goodness. This is gorgeous. Is this acrylic? Gouache, maybe? I forget what your medium of choice is. But you guys, like, look at the incredible handling of light in this painting. If you want to watch James B. Barrow make this work... Oh, it's an acrylic. You said so right above the link. I have no reading comprehension. I'm sorry. It's not you, it's me. But yeah, thank you so much for reading it and showing us this piece. This is super inspiring stuff. I have to admit, I'm a little intimidated by acrylic for different reasons. I think because it dries so quickly. You are able to get such, like, brushy, almost oil painting effects with it, though. It's really impressive. Yeah, we're trying to save the vaquita, exactly. Gift the doodle. Okay, so Kepper, I'm going to assume that Neilf is gifting you the sub doodle. So let me know if you'd like to be in the party animal sub zoo, and I'll draw you a little party animal doodle. Butternut gouache. Oh my goodness. It's so good. Yeah, you guys go give James P. Barrow a follow, and thank you again so much for bringing your folks in here. It dries so fast. I know, right? You do aim for the oil appearance, but it's tricky, I imagine. Do you use like any kind of extenders, like mediums or anything when you work? I'm curious because I'm not gonna lie, it's been so long since I've really tried to attempt anything serious in like acrylic. I just know the last time I tried, pretty much the only thing I use acrylic on these days is when I paint my sculptures. And then I seal them with polyurethane so the acrylic doesn't flake off over time. Yeah, no, of course. Thank you for the kind raid and for the beautiful artwork that you've shared. Folks, make sure you clicked that follow button. And if anyone came in on the raid and forgot to follow, we just gave them another shout out. So make sure that you do follow. Yeah, so the only other thing that I do here is creature design. Well, I guess we're starting to do some character design, but I am so bad at it. So if you ever see a character design stream, just prepare yourself because I'm a learner. In fact, half of my streams are just me struggling to learn something and inviting people to join me in that. So if you like struggle, I guess feel free to hang out. But this is this series I do called Sea Slug Dragons. We do this on the first Wednesday of the month where chat gets to pick a sea slug, and I will design a creature based off of that sea slug. I have a lot of fun with it. I think creature design is super fun. I wish I could find a way to monetize it in a way that would help me afford to live, but that's tricky and niche. And I'm not very structured with it. I just play. So anyway, if you want to come watch me play with sea slugs and creature design, we do that on the first Wednesday of the month. Okay, I think that's all the things we do. You only use the paint and some water. Some other mediums will probably help the drying. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. There's like different mediums, like gloss mediums you can buy. I think that I used to mix in with my pigment, but it's been so long, honestly. I don't have anything resembling proficiency there. Craig, thank you for that lyric. I really appreciate it. And thank you again to anybody who's hanging out from the raid. I'm going to do another little quick study here. And I'm going to try and finish painting this one really fast. And then we're going to go into an ad break. If anybody wants to support the stream, again, either for the push or just in general, just lurk. Like, let the video play. As I said, I have no idea. Like, staff could be watching right now. I don't know how this works. I don't know how long I have to wait. They might be really busy. But again, I should be hearing today from them about TwitchCon, so I'm kind of nervously watching my phone notifications. I'm really hoping for a yes, and they've probably already made that decision, but just in case they're still making those last-minute calls, if you want to lurk to help them potentially say yes to me for TwitchCon too, I'd appreciate that, but who knows if that's how that actually works. You must dash off. Well, thank you so much for leaving the lurk, and thank you so much for bringing your folks here. Again, I really appreciate it. Hopefully I'll be able to catch another stream of yours soon. And yeah, have a good evening, potentially. I'm not sure what time zone you're in, but I hope whatever time zone it is, that it's a good one. You can't stand acrylic mediums. Water is so much better. The mediums tend to get tacky or sticky. Oh, really? So how do you extend acrylic then? You just keep adding water? See, the things you don't have to think about when you are a digital artist. It's tricky. It's tricky. Casey, it's also no. The royal we. I'm not trying to use a royal we. I'm trying to say we as in the community of folks here. When I say we, that's who I'm referring to. I'm not talking about myself as like the royal we. Oh gosh. You don't really. You just work in small areas and blend quickly. Oh gosh, that sounds so stressful. No, I know you're teasing. Oh my goodness. Okay. because I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous about this whole will they, won't they thing that Twitch and I have going on. Anyone have any tips on just not thinking about it somehow? Let me know. Let me know. Everything feels kind of stressful right now. I think it's almost harder because people keep saying that, like, and not that I don't appreciate the encouragement, but people are like, oh, you got it, and I just know if I get a no, I'm gonna be so much sadder. It's like, oh gosh. No, I've let everyone down. How do I get this color? Oh, we're about to be in an ad. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna save for a sec and we're just gonna stretch. So during the ad breaks, we just stretch. I don't draw, just like so nobody feels like they're missing out. And we'll be back after the ads and get back to the drawing. You did the whole xenomorph painting acrylic. Oh my gosh. No, you didn't. That's crazy. Learning to hibernate and sleeping for a week, probably. Wise, Marshmallow. I will get right on that. If I couldn't even sleep last night, much less for a week, so that's a big skill set I need to develop. At least I think we're supposed to have an ad. When is that happening? I don't see it happening, but we will stretch. Yes, Raven, just like that. Oh, there it is. Okay. So let's do a stretch. If you can hear the sound of my voice, it is your friendly once-an-hour reminder to stretch. So I'm going to start with a posture stretch. Going to arch the back, push the shoulder blades together, and hold for about 20 to 45 seconds. And this is just going to kind of strengthen up all the little tiny baby muscles in the back, you know, kind of help pull your shoulders back into place and overcorrect, essentially, a bad posture habit. And the reason you want to do 20 to 45 seconds is if you do less than 20 seconds, like if you just do this and then go back, you're probably not actually helping at all. You really have to like flex and hold. So what I do is I push my shoulder blades together and hold and like really flex them for as long as I can, usually about 30-ish seconds, and then I unarch my back. So what this does is it's going to take you from this shrimped posture, right? You're going to unshrimp by overcorrecting and then you relax. So it's like pulling it back and then relaxing. Which just straightens you up. And then over time, as you do that, supposedly it gets better. So anyway, that's my favorite posture stretch. And, you know, did you do a sculpture of that, Freaky? Yeah, xenomorphs are crazy. No, Easel did an incredible xenomorph painting. Like, a painting of a xenomorph getting knighted, and the whole thing looked like a Renaissance painting. It was... I still can't believe that was acrylic. This whole time I thought that was oil. That sounds impossible. Yeah, that sounds impossible. It's still a work in progress. Yeah, they're really complex. Yeah. You need to see that. Yeah, you go check out Easel if you haven't followed Beat Easel. I'm sure Easel has it on maybe on their socials on the page. I think it's on Instagram. So I'm gonna do my other favorite stretch. Oops, sorry. I promise I'm not just like holding my arm up weird. Other favorite stretch is gonna be this one for tendon stretch. You take your hand, point it like this, and then rotate the fingers to face the floor. And then take your other hand and pull gently toward your body. So this is supposed to be a really good one for, carpal tunnel, orbital tunnel, tendinitis. I don't know. I've been told it's the best one to do for any kind of a tendon issue. It can either relieve symptoms or even help prevent symptoms. So you just, again, you want to kind of pull toward your body and hold for about 20 to 45 seconds. If this hurts or is uncomfortable for some reason to do, just do like the prayer pose, like put your hands together in front of you, and then push toward your belly. And that should do about the same thing. Oh my gosh, yeah, of course, Cecil. Of course, always. Always when I remember. I'm sometimes the worst about it, but the face on Sigourney was the hardest, I believe it. Yeah, prayer pose is this, by the way, if you can't visualize that, and you just do this, and then you push your hands towards your belly. So, okay, I think we're out of ads, or almost out of ads, so I'm gonna get back to the drawing, or at least prepare to get back into the drawing. Just gonna do a quick little spot study. I really like the markings on this cute little tree snake. Okay. Yeah, Freaky Deek is another incredible artist here in the chat. If you guys like following, if you like sculpting, I should definitely follow Freaky. I think I just like stumbled into Freaky streams a while ago and really enjoyed the vibe and just the art conversations. If you like having art chat time while an artist is working on an incredible piece. How's that large sculpture going if you have time to let me know. If not, no worries, Freaky. But I hope it's going well. I feel like it's like Zangief or something, right? Just incredibly muscular, giant sculpture. And extremely impressive to watch it come together. You're back. Okay, cool. Yeah, I hope it's going well. Very impressive stuff. It's definitely like, I don't know, like entertainment industry level stuff. It's on your Twitch profile too? Perfect. Yeah. Everybody go follow. I always say this, and I know it's not helpful, but everybody follow everybody. Or if anyone's on Blue Sky, actually, since we're plugging stuff, I'm going to take this opportunity to plug... Oh, thank you guys for the shares on that post for today's stream. Let's see. Oh my goodness, Miss Caprical. Where is that post I made? I actually, for anyone who's on Blue Sky, if you're an art streamer, I actually made a starter pack, and it's full of art streamers that I've met over the last year that are also on Blue Sky. So if anybody wants to go follow some more art streamers, right there, that link in the chat is going to take you to 2 different starter packs on Blue Sky. And if you click the starter pack, it won't show me because like I made them, but normally if you click a starter pack, you can follow individually by clicking follow next to the name, or up the top right here, there'll be like a follow all button. You can just click that and kind of curate over time, whatever's easiest. But there's 2 different starter packs linked here, and it's full of like sculptors, animators, you know, comic makers, illustrators. There's a couple of like makers and crafters in there too. So anyway, if you want to like follow some folks or share that around, you know, sharing will help signal boost it for sure. But yeah, I haven't talked about that in a while on stream. So there you go. If you're looking for a resource, it is so insanely good, right? Be a Diesel? I know, isn't Freaky's got some incredible stuff. I think you're on Blue Sky, right, Freaky? I'm pretty sure you're in one of the starter packs. If you are, almost positive. Freaky, yep, there you are. You're in starter pack number 2. freakydeek.bluesky.social. Go follow. Okay. Anyway, I need to probably update those again. I think I've followed a few more Twitch artists since then that I should probably add. It does take a while to curate that list, so I've kind of taken a break just during the push and with everything else going on. Having to figure out my living situation. For those who haven't heard, I am losing my roommate next month, and I haven't found a new one yet. I have some possible leads on a roommate, but I don't know for sure if they're going to happen. I'll be okay for a couple of months, but basically it puts me about $800 outside of my budget, which is, yeah, not great. So, yeah, might be opening commissions next month too. So let's see. I kind of toyed around with maybe trying to look for a different apartment that's more affordable, but I have such a good deal at this one, and Colorado is so expensive. It's actually really hard to find affordable housing, so, I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I'm just trying not to think about it, frankly. Oh, hey, Dally. Tell Dally I said hi. Let's see. You're getting accustomed to Blue Sky? Yeah, it's a little different. I try to mostly post art on my Blue Sky, but I do repost things every once in a while. Oh, thank you, Dragon Feathers. Yeah, Art Noodle. Welcome in also for the first time chat. Oh, Neil wants a male northern elephant seal, please. And, let's see. Did I write down the name of the... Hold on. I'm now having a memory. Kepper. I don't know if Kepper MN is still in the chat, but Kepper was gifted a sub. So I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss a request for a certain animal from Kepper. Okay. Let me write that down before I forget. And then we will do the drawing animal. Astro Banshee! Yes, snakes indeed. We're doing snake studies today. Feel free to draw along, by the way. This is a draw along stream, so if you want to do some studies and show off your studies, as long as they're work safe, I'm happy to show them on stream. Let me write Kepper's name, and then I will get to that. Neil? Kepper... MN. And again, the sub zoo is just like a way for me to say thank you to people who sub. So I'll be updating that later. Right now we're trying to stay as focused as possible, but we do have a drawing animal. So let's do that really fast. This is just a little game redeem. Can be redeemed once every half hour. Usually, I think it's about 3 per stream that I can do. Lately, they've all been getting snapped up pretty fast. But essentially, I will try to draw... I think I just saw one of these the other day. A northern elephant seal. I went to the Denver Museum of Nature and Science, and they have some incredible dioramas and taxidermy of like a ton of animals. And I'm pretty sure they had it was crazy seeing it like life size. Okay, so I've got 5 minutes to draw what I think this animal looks like, and then we're gonna learn about it together and look it up together after that 5 minutes. But if you guys want to look it up on your own, feel free. We'll get back to the snake studies here in just a sec. Fighting affordable housing is an entire U.S. problem. Yeah, that's true. That is true. If I only drew for a living and could actually do it at work. Yeah, I mean, I understand. Sometimes different work environments make certain types of activities a little easier. I also don't have my day job where I could easily draw at work very often, but I try to snatch it when I can. Okay, northern elephant seal male. We should specifically say male. Okay. Pretty sure they're the ones that have the giant proboscis. They're like burp. And they roar sometimes. They look scary. Boink. And then they have like the really thick necks. Oh, what time is it? It's 10:21. We'll say I started at 10:22 just to make sure I'm being fair. Yeah, they got like the very wrinkly, thick skin. Big old bulbous proboscis there. Little seal flippers. Do you call them flukes? I don't think you call them flukes on a seal, do you? There we go. There's my northern elephant seal. Very blob shape. Okay, and then... I think they're like a brownish gray. So I'm gonna go with this. Need to finagle data. Yeah, I need to set up my internet actually for my apartment. I need to do that at some point. Call them today or do some research. I haven't had time to do a bunch of it, but the internet was the bill in my roommate's name, and the deal we have right now is we're paying like $70 a month for internet, which I feel like is just too high. So I found a couple places that might be cheaper, but I just need to take the time to set it up with them. They were flippers? Okay. So yeah, this is my guess at a northern elephant seal male. But who knows, maybe I'm thinking of the wrong animal. We'll find out. We'll find out in about 2 minutes when I look it up on Wikipedia and then we learn about it together. Usually this results in about a 10-minute derailing, but that's fine because I like talking about critters. I think animals are super neat and it's fun to learn about them and get excited about them. And I think also when you get excited about an animal, you start to want to help protect it. And pretty much animals everywhere, regardless of endangered status, kind of need our help. So we are the dominant species on the planet, and we are drastically reducing a lot of fauna on the planet. So let's learn about some animals. Okay. There's my elephant seal giving some dramatic lighting, because, you know, he's a dramatic guy. Makes a lot of ruckus. I think we're just doing dramatic shadows today, guys. It's Dramatic Shadows Day. You're supposed to be setting up your new AT&T stuff, phone and internet. Yeah, it's an intimidating process, and it's also just an exhausting process. Like, I am procrastinating it a little bit, but I'm also just so busy I haven't had time to sit down and do much more than, like, casual, quick research. I didn't really have a huge heads up about, my roommate moving out. Like, she told me a month before she's gonna be gone, so it's been 2 weeks, I guess, and I'm still just like, I'm so busy with like the partner push and TwitchCon prep potentially and trying to figure out other stuff. I just haven't had a chance, really. It feels like the day is over before it begins for me anymore these days. Would love to be in a position where I could just quit my day job and be full-time art, and then I would have more time and flexibility, but I don't think I could afford the health insurance without my day job, so that's not an option at the moment. It's probably not going to be an option for a while. Definitely would need some healthcare policies to change to be able to afford it. Okay, there is my northern elephant seal. TwitchCon, yeah. Maybe after San Diego Oh, are you going to San Diego Comic-Con? That's cool. I've never been there. Okay. Northern elephant seal. Did I get it? Oh, you work it. No way. I've always wanted to go, but I just feel like there's no way I can afford to go. I would love to apply to be an artist alley there, but I've heard it's really competitive and yeah, I don't even know what day that is. Oh my gosh. So northern elephant seal. Look at him. Look at this majestic man's. There we go. They got the big bulbous nose. I probably didn't even make it bulbous enough, to be honest. There's those little fangs. I always think about those little fangs. You volunteer for 3 hours and have the rest of the day for free. That's awesome, though. Hey, that's the way to do it. That's really cool. Oh my gosh, look at them though. They got the little chunky bodies with the big old wrinkles. I feel like I pretty much got it. I didn't maybe draw the bulbous part of the face exactly the right way. You know what's funny is like how different the females look compared to the males. Like the females look like, you know, normal seal. Just normal seal. And then there's the males. just went completely to town on the face. It does make me wonder like how many extinct mammals and things have big like soft tissue fleshy things like this, and we just will never know. It's kind of frustrating, but unless there's a way to figure that out someday in some other type of way. Oh my gosh, like a crazy amount of face flesh going on here. Like you can almost see the normal seal face underneath, like right, like here's where the nose would be, and then there's like the brow, and then there's just this massive growth. It is so crazy. But I'm gonna say I got this. I'm gonna say like I got like 90%. I didn't quite get the full crazy shape of the nose, but I think I got it. Let's learn about it a little bit. Okay. Northern elephant seal is one of 2 species of elephant seal. Oh, there's also a southern elephant seal. Oh. This one's even more wrinkly. Maybe this is the one I was thinking of. Look at those big old wrinkles. Elephant seals derive their name from their great size and from the male's large proboscis, aka nose, which is used in making extraordinarily loud roaring noises, especially during the mating competition. Sexual dimorphism in size is great. Yeah, I mean, you can see a female right there. Definitely a different size. The huge male northern elephant seal typically weighs 1,500 to 2,300 kg, aka 3,300 to 5,100 pounds. Holy cow. That is a large animal. That's almost as heavy as an elephant, actually, I feel like. Although some males can weigh up to 8,200 pounds. Holy cow. Females are much smaller. Yeah, I'll say like an eighth of that size. Now, I guess we do have good indicators when animals do have like really fleshy protuberances on their face. They typically have skulls that look like this. They usually have like a big cavernous space in between the eyes, or right where the nostrils would be. Like an exaggerated nostril size. So that can help, but there's just so much still we would still never know. Like you would probably get people guessing that they had noses that hung down, but not necessarily that could come back up like this. Like that strong muscle that can like pull the nose up above the eyebrow. Here's where they live. Oh, cool. I actually didn't know elephant seals lived in California. If I get to go to TwitchCon, will I get to see one? Oh my gosh, that would be so cool. I've never seen one in life. That's really cool. Mom and pup. Oh, that's so cool. Northern Baja California. That's like kind of close to San Diego, right? Oh, that's so cool. I'll have to keep an eye out. Well, anyway, if anybody wants to learn about this animal, here is the URL. They have some at the zoo. Yeah, I've always wanted to go to the San Diego Zoo too. Very wrinkly. What do they sound like? Intense. we didn't have the real thing, it would kind of have the dino effect where they slimmed them down. Yeah, it's the shrink wrappage that happens sometimes. You have to go further north than San Diego for elephant seals. Oh, okay. Bummer. Well, maybe I'll take a trip. Yes, indeed, Dragon, indeed. Well, that was the Draw Me an Animal game. Thank you for playing. Let's get back to the snakes. Snake studies. And we are going to be looking at the studies that you guys are doing in probably like 15 minutes or so. So if anybody is studying along and you'd like to show off your work on stream, as long as it's work safe, it doesn't have to be a snake. Maybe you wanted to do a different kind of study. Feel free to post it in the art gym section of the Discord. I actually don't know if I said any of that when the raid happened, but there's the Discord. Here's the socials. La-di-da. I guess. Anyway, feel free to draw along. This is kind of just, like I said, an accountability session for artists. So feel free to hold each other and me accountable by drawing if you'd like. Okay. Closing all the extra windows. There we go. I'm really worried I'm trying not to be worried, but I'm really worried that my computer is gonna crash. I really like these hognose snakes. They're pretty cute, honestly. They have really cute little upturned noses. And they're really tiny. Oh my gosh, guys, oh no. Somebody has a picture of them holding a bunch of African sand boas. In case anyone missed this, here's the least alarming snake you've ever seen. Ready? African sand boa. They look like sleepy Muppets. Not scary at all. I'm gonna save this picture. I need it. It's important. It's important for my base knowledge of animals. For sure. Look at this blunt head tree snake. Oh my goodness. They're so cute. Oh, I have hiccups now. Oh my gosh, there's so many crazy looking snakes. Okay, let's do this one. You like hognoses? They're super funny. They're very cute. They almost don't look real. Yeah, I was not really familiar with them, I don't think, until somebody suggested it. Excuse me. Okay, I'm torn. I'm torn between a very cute snake and another very cute snake. I'm trying really hard to pick cute ones, because I know not everybody likes looking at snakes. But I do think snakes are really important to study, especially if you want to get into creature design of any kind. But even outside of that, just like studying and understanding different types of scale texture. Like there's a very big difference between like your standard sort of a snake scale, right? If I can get back to my snake page anyway, I'll show you what I mean. But there's like a big difference between that and like this kind of a snake scale, you know? Like, and I think they can be really helpful like for like armor design, for any kind of fantasy illustration. There's a lot of really helpful things you can learn from studying animals that apply to all kinds of things, not just creature design. So hopefully everybody kind of gets that. But okay. Hey, Science, thank you so much for being here for the push. And you too, Turgus. I appreciate both of you guys so much. It's no word yet. Still haven't heard, in case you were wondering, but I appreciate the lurk. I'm just gonna guess that lurking still helps until we hear back from Twitch. I'm just twiddling my thumbs over here, just kind of waiting. Waiting and hoping, I guess. Like I said, bracing myself for a no, but hoping for a yes. Trying not to get my my hopes too high here. Okay, I really like the markings on these hognose snakes. They're pretty cute. This one feels extremely gorgeous. Like, it almost looks photoshopped or something, but I'm seeing a lot of snakes that have this pattern, so I'm guessing it's a known hognose snake pattern. But, like, holy cow, look how pretty this snake is. That looks fake. It does help pushing more. Thanks, Science. I appreciate it. Yeah, what a pretty little animal. That is a fat snake. It is pretty chunky. It's a well-fed snake. Twitch is changing lurk rules? Wait, what do you mean changing lurk rules? I hope not. Oh, that's a fake snake. They said that's a fat snake. Having said that, snakes look super cool. As long as the pictures aren't... I was a little worried about doing this because I know some people really don't like looking at snakes. So I've been trying to pick really cute ones. Like, this one's really cute. The sand boa is impossible to fear. And I figured hopefully a skull would be, like, distant enough from what you'd see as a snake that it wouldn't be too creepy. I don't know. I'm trying not to trigger anybody. African pit vipers are gorgeous. John Kelly, did you see the Arabian sand boa when we had it up on screen earlier? Is that a snow supercond? I don't know. A snow supercondagene hogsnake? What is that even? Are you a snake breeder, Crazy? I have no idea what that means. You thought you were saying Kermit's cousin, the sand boa? Yeah. You thought I was saying something about lurking? Oh no. No, I just meant I don't know if it's still important to lurk after you've applied to partner, but I think it still is, and so I'm just kind of operating on the assumption that, like, the more people that hang out here while they're looking at my application, just hopefully the better it would appear for the application to maybe get a yes. I don't know. But science seems to think so. Whatever science says, I pretty much do, because, you know, science is the whole reason I'm pushing in the first place. For those who aren't following science, by the way, make sure that you do follow science streams. Very excellent science communicator, has been having some just killer interviews and stuff with other scientists on his streams lately, talking about all kinds of things, from like genetics to like scientific research into like curing Alzheimer's based on fruit fly studies, which is really interesting. Has had like just tons of incredible scientists lately coming on. So make sure that you go follow science streams if you like learning about science, asking questions. He's really great about making sure everybody understands, you know, what's being discussed. He's an excellent educator, and highly recommend. You're having a plant person tonight. Nice, very exciting. I'll definitely be trying to tune in after my stream for sure. Hognose snakes have a ton of different morphs in captivity. You don't breed snakes beautiful. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Because yeah, I have no idea what you're talking. It's all on you if this goes south. Oh no, Jack Lantern. I will be very sad if they come back with a no. But I really don't know what the process looks like. I'm just assuming they're busy and it's gonna take a minute for them to get to my application. Maybe I wrote a poor application and they say, you know what, write more better. Next time, write more better, and then we'll say yes. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just trying. Thank you guys for helping me try. I'm gonna paint this snake though. You take credit for it all. Well, science and the Vaquita. Science definitely was pretending that I was pushing for at least 8 months. Still a little unsure whether or not I got gaslit into being partner pushing. You should have been there to ask a question about PC genetics. You're still a little confused by snake souls. Yeah, no worries. They can be a little confusing. Again, the best advice I can give is to just look at things from multiple angles to try and really fully understand what it is you're looking at. Because if you're just looking at an image and you don't understand the image, what you're going to end up doing is not studying, but you're going to end up copying. And copying is not going to help you be able to draw from imagination if that's your goal. And it's also not going to help you understand what's actually going on with the animal or the thing you're drawing. Actually, it was kind of cool. I was hanging out with Isel during the raid yesterday, and it was neat. Isel was talking about how studies actually was helping even her hyperrealism stuff, which you might think it doesn't matter if you're a hyperrealist, but it was cool to see like the before and after of like I did some studies so I could understand this flamingo, and it helped me understand like what I was actually painting and make some adjustments to see that there were some issues with my reference. And I thought that was pretty neat. So I always encourage doing studies anytime you do any kind of visual creative endeavor, just so that you can more fully understand, like I said, what you're doing. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I'm a little sleep deprived, and my body tends to immediately go into like cold symptoms mode whenever I don't get enough sleep. So I apologize. Hold on. I think that might be better. I'm also gonna hydrate. Okay. In the late 1800s, a famous Eastern museum found what was thought to be the last 8 elephant seals. What? Boy, I am so glad our thinking has changed on stuff like that. Oh, this might be the last 8. We better kill them and take him to the museum. What? Oh my gosh. Oh, and I think I missed a follow from Sea Fox. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. They are drama noodles. Okay. But there were about 30 left and they have fully recovered. Yeah, that's great. That's crazy. Holy cow. Humans aren't here to make sense. That's the truer words were never spoken, Kudo. The man's gotta keep up with fashion. It's true. You guys have great comments on animal fashion. How did I get so far behind in chat? Hold on. I'm like way up here for some reason. How did that even happen? Oh, and thank you for the good luck on partner, Astro. Yeah, I've been pushing for a little bit. We started pushing, I think, or like June. I think it was like the start of June. It kind of just like, I really wasn't going to push, honestly. I was just gonna kind of let it happen or not, because it just seemed less stressful that way. But it was like the end of May when I started thinking about the benefit, one of the benefits of partner, because there's not a monetary difference anymore. You can be a part of the Plus program for that, which that is extremely hard to achieve, I think, if you're not like a huge streamer or like a mega famous game streamer, I think. But there is one of the perks being that if you're partnered, it's a lot easier to get on the front page of Twitch. And there's a charity that I really care a lot about. We actually did a fundraiser for them last year. It's not just a charity. It's really an organization called Porpoise.org, and they run something called Save the Vaquita Day. So for anyone who hasn't heard, the whole reason I'm pushing for partner is so that I can hopefully have a chance to apply and actually maybe get it for Save the Vaquita Day, which is going to be in October. The official date has not been announced yet. I'll keep you guys posted when I know, when I'm able to share. But right now it's sort of in a little bit of flux. They're kind of working it out with a few different organizations and researchers to see what works best with everybody, but it's sometime in October. Hopefully it's not the same weekend as TwitchCon. That would be a disaster. If it is the same weekend as TwitchCon, then I'll have to figure something else out, or maybe stream on the front page about it maybe before Save the Vaquita Day and just do like a hype up stream to kind of like, you know, get people excited. But yeah, I decided that it was worth pushing for partner to make sure that I had time to make it in time for Save the Vaquita Day. I gotta be partnered so that I can apply to the front page and then give them enough time to like assess my application. So we'll see. There's no guarantees about any of it, but I do appreciate everybody hanging out. Do you know how to use the enclose fill tool? I have a hard time figuring. I actually don't even know what that is, so probably not me, but I bet if you ask Amazing Fan 15, Amaze is our resident Krita expert. I bet Amaze could help you out. Let's see. Here's a hognose playing dead. Oh, I think I've seen these, actually. Yeah, thank you, Turgus. And thank you also, Turgus, for hanging out. But what type of copying am I talking about, Connie? Or Connie? So when I say copy versus study, if that's what you mean, I'm talking about developing what we call your visual library. So when you see somebody drawing from imagination, say you're doing a character design or designing your own scene, it's easy to think, oh my gosh, wow, they must just have a really vivid imagination and they're just able to visualize this in their head and then they're just like copying what they see. One, that's not how the art process works, at least not for any artist I know. The process of art making is not just output. It's not, and this is part of why there's confusion about why AI images are or are not art, and I'm not going to get into all that, but basically, like, to be able, for me to be able to sit down and say design a creature out of my head with no reference, what that indicates is I've spent years and years and years doing studies, studying animals, studying their anatomy, studying what muscles look like, and in order to study, you have to be asking yourself questions. Like, as I'm drawing this, I'm not just copying the implied line here. So like, this is why I always recommend drawing from life, especially when you're first starting out, but really always. Because when you draw from a two-dimensional reference, there's this implied line. See where the snake kind of overlaps with the background, but because this is a flattened two-dimensional image, it's easy to actually, when you're drawing from a reference, to copy. So when I say copy, like if I were going to copy this is me like copying, right? Like I'm trying to copy the exact line. I'd be going a little more hyper-realistic. And it's a good skill to develop if you are into hyperrealism. Like, that is a good observational skill. The problem is if your long-term goal is to draw from imagination, copying is not going to get you there. In order to draw better from imagination, you have to understand what you're drawing, why it looks the way that it does, even if you're drawing from a flat reference. And that's why we start with anatomy studies. We want to understand what's going on under the skin. You know, this shape is very different than this shape. But knowing that this is underneath this helps me to understand, why do I see certain shadows in certain places on the scale? Oh, it's because there's muscle attachments under there, and I can kind of visualize the undulation of the muscles of the snake. I can almost visualize like the curvature of the spine kind of going along the body, and I can see the places where it's like going down those neural spines and then coming out for the ribs, just like you see here. So understanding what's going on is going to help you actually fill up that creative bank account, the visual library, whatever you want to call it, and help you come up with imaginative ideas in the future. But you have to spend the time doing observational study. And this tends to be something that artists don't enjoy doing, or we just know we should do more of, but we don't. And that's why we started the art gym. It's like an accountability session for artists. So when I say copy versus study, that's kind of the distinction I'm talking about. And for the art gym, it's really just any kind of foundational study that you want to do. Studying is not always just using reference. Doing an art study could be like practicing values, like simplifying objects around you into shapes and then studying the values on those shapes. It could be doing draw a box, you know, following that. It could be a lot of things. So it's just kind of like an accountability session for artists, basically, is what we're up to. And that's kind of the end goal, at least for a lot of people here, is to become better at, you know, making the art and designing the things that we want to design to bring our own imaginations to life. You can't do that from a vacuum. So for me, my purpose, you have to always ask yourself, what's the purpose in what you're studying? So my purpose in this is to actually study the color. I'm really interested in the color, so I'm going with a more painty. I've kind of blocked in the shape, but I'm going to be kind of painting in the values, painting in the hues to try and understand it a little more fully. So I hope that answered the question. Sorry I didn't see it for a while. Let's see. You just gung-ho decided. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Okay, I think I'm behind in chat again somehow. Hold on. Scrolling. That would be a great question for science. Yeah, for sure, Loaded. Paradox Moose. I'm not partnered. I've only applied. I have not heard a single word from Twitch. I'm hoping to hear something today. In fact, I'm kind of nervous. Should I check my email and see if they email me back on TwitchCon? Kind of nerve-wracking. Let's see. It's like homework. Yeah, it's kind of like how you need accountability to do homework. Exactly. Oh, we have a positive news redeem, and I totally missed that. Let's do that. And we have a little stretch, too. Everybody stretch, and then I'm actually gonna quickly do that positive news. I'm sorry that I missed that. They'd have to be evil to reject you on your birthday. It's not my birthday. It's not my birthday. I already told you guys, if they approve me on my birthday, then I will tell you that it's my birthday. That's the one instance where I will tell you when my birthday is. You're being obliterated in art fight? I haven't even had a chance to do any attacks yet. I'm being obliterated in art fight. I am dead weight for Team Fossil right now. I need to pick up pace here. Okay, let's do positive news. So we're just gonna take a little break and have some positive news. Positive news. But Yanguluru, I might say that every single day this month. Maybe it's already been my birthday and you just don't know. Maybe I'm a whole lot trickier than you guys give me credit for. So Amazing Fan 15 is in the chat. He is one of our moderators, Connie. Let's see. Let's see. We already talked about the audio history. Oh, here's what went right this week. But I said it so fast. What did I say? Fast. I don't know what we're talking about. Let's see. Sorry, memory of a goldfish, folks. It's like 13 seconds and it's gone. So, which is why it's a problem when I get behind in chat. Amaze? Yeah. There you go. Yeah, like I said, just one of my moderators here in the chat. If you scroll up, you'd see his name, but click that link right there and you'll find him. Go follow. He's great at Krita. Okay, let's see. Ooh, here, okay. I'm going to show a little bit of my teaching bias here, because I used to be a teacher. For those who don't know, it's not my birthday, Loden. It's not my birthday. So here is this week's good news. Dutch phone ban in school is having a wonderful effect. I'm sure very few people will be surprised by this. Certainly no teachers will be surprised by this. Maybe some parents who insist that their kids need phones would be surprised by this, but while countries clamor to ban smartphones in schools, fresh research from the Netherlands, one of the first to do so, suggests that its ban has made students more sociable, improved their focus, and boosted academic performance. Understandably. According to a study commissioned by the Dutch government, 3/4 of the 317 surveyed high schools, high schools, that's a lot of kids, yeah, said that the ban had boosted students' concentration, while nearly 2/3 noted an improvement in the social climate. I mean, all of that checks out. You don't say. I know, right? Less distraction, more attention to the lesson, and more social students. No more mobile phones in the classroom is having wonderful positive effects, yeah. No one is surprised by this, I'm sure. But it's for some reason something that is really hard to enforce. So, new study reveals the sky is blue. But here's the thing. When you have studies, even if they say obvious stuff, it helps to have something to point to, because so often politicians will use rhetoric to excuse things. And if you have studies that you can point to, say, listen, it's not only just common knowledge, but it's actually proven that this is helpful. Here's why this would benefit our society. I think it's still very worthwhile to do these kinds of studies, because unfortunately the systems most of us live under throughout the world have governments that operate in a very stupid way. So you need things like this. I think that's positive news. I'm excited about it. It's probably good for us as, I mean, heck, my smartphone's right here. You know, we all kind of know we have a secret smartphone addiction. It's tough. It's tough. But it definitely doesn't help our lives in as many ways as it likes to think it does. Okay, I'm gonna link you guys to this week of good news if you want to read some of the others. Kids are logging off to live it up. Yeah. A notable rebound in IRL fun. Yeah. That's good. That's good. Let's see. So here's why this kind of thing is important, because so as an elementary school teacher, when I was teaching, and this was a while ago, mind you, the number of even like 5-year-olds that were coming into my classroom with smartphones was pretty alarming. And I know it was getting worse each year when I was teaching, and I only taught for 5 years, and that was a while ago. So I imagine it's a whole lot worse now. And it talks about some of this too. It noticed, let's see. Oh, that's great, actually. That people are taking more breaks more intentionally. Not a full-scale unplugging, but a recalibration. Exactly. Manage your addiction, folks. Gen Alpha is making offline cool again. Oh my gosh, ridiculous. Okay, well, here's that news story. There's my positive news for the day. I think that's great. I think that our society would benefit greatly from not being quite so plugged in. She says very hypocritically streaming on Twitch, but you know. Moderate your addiction. More people are getting landlines. I've heard that, actually. Yeah, I've heard that. Landlines are kind of making a comeback. My parents never got rid of their landline. Did anyone else not get rid of their landline? Also, Crytek, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Exactly. Since it's successful, hopefully more countries and programs follow. Exactly. Yep. Oh, and Art Fight. Astro Banshee Art Fight is like it's like a worldwide art challenge. Anybody who wants to join can. There's my Art Fight link. I haven't had any attacks yet, but I haven't done any attacks, but I'm hoping to this afternoon. But yeah, if you're interested, go check out Art Fight. Oh wait, the Art Fight link didn't work. Art Fight. There we go. There's my link. Let's see. Your 2 favorite things about going to the ranch where your friends' horses are is that there's no signal. Forced unplugging with bonus horses. Yeah, for sure. You heard Art Fight mentioned. You've been zoned in on some art. Yeah, there's my art links up there. If anyone else is doing Art Fight, let us know in the chat. Oh, Tobias, welcome in. Tobias says, I've picked up physical books in the last few years to give myself something that isn't digital. Yeah, same. I have a pile of books I need to get through. And it's also part of why I kind of want to do a little more traditional media, is I think it's just good to not be staring at a screen all the time. I think it does something to our brains, and we all kind of know this, and yet our whole lives are so oriented around digital devices these days. It makes it really difficult to know how or when, or I don't know. Like, I know I feel it sometimes when I go home and just instinctually get in front of a screen and I'm like, hold on. Like, I don't need to be doing this right now. Like, there's plenty of other things I could be doing. But it's very default, for sure. Traditional too, you've almost filled your sketchbook all the way through. See, and that's the thing. I need to make one of my goals to, like, fill a sketchbook. I haven't filled a sketchbook in years. I haven't even, like, drawn in a sketchbook, really, in a long time. So I think that's part of why, after we're done, like, with the partner push and everything, I think I want to try to experiment more with stuff I do on stream. And actually, like, do some traditional media studies and, like, do some sketchbook sessions for Art Gym. It would be really helpful for me, probably, to be back in that practice. Deleting TikTok and reading books has almost repaired my attention span. I mean, honestly, like, I know you're kind of joking, or at least it sounds like you're kind of joking, but at least when I was teaching, I don't know if these studies have been debunked, so give me a grain of salt with this, but there were a lot of studies talking about, like, how it seemed like there was a pretty strong correlation to, like, essentially, like, technology triggering ADHD in people of all ages, and, like, giving you, like, so if you had, like, a baseline of, like, ADHD symptoms, it could exacerbate them, essentially, because it's just feeding that brain habit of instantly moving from thing to thing, and it's just creating these neural pathways that are kind of, like, hard to break down. But, like, especially in kids, because your brain is still forming how it wants to process the world. Definitely, like, something to consider. Like, I feel like you were maybe... Oh, you're entirely serious. Okay. It's hard to tell without, tone, body language. I apologize. Yeah, it's kind of wild. Friends reading books instead of scrolling. Her attention spans get way better. Yep, and that's the cool thing, too, about the human brain, is it's so plastic and malleable like that you can fix those kinds of things. It's not like you're just, well, I just am the way I am. Like, so much of behavior is modifiable. And a lot of it is very impacted by your environment and the types of things you expose your brain to. It's pretty neat that you can kind of self-remedy that stuff. I definitely feel like I've gotten worse over the last, like since getting into illustration, like leaving teaching as my career. Because I think a lot of it has been because of increased technology use. I used to read all the time. Like, I would read constantly. I very rarely played games or, like, did a bunch of entertainment online. I still don't watch a lot of TV. I don't watch a ton of movies, mostly because I just would like to do something else with my time, but I just feel like the increased time spent on a screen has really not done me any favors as far as being able to focus on stuff, which is hard when you're trying to, like, run your own business, basically, or start your own business as an artist. So it's definitely something I need to be more intentional about, is, like, making time to read more and just go for more hikes and make that my entertainment again, as opposed to just, like, vegging all the time. It's kind of like the article said, it's like you're recalibrating. Like, there's a balance. It's not that there's something inherently wrong with entertaining yourself with screens, but if that's all you're doing, it can create some really bad neural pathways that are hard habits to break. At least that's what I've seen in my life. I really love these patterns. They're so pretty. TikTok is pre-digested. You barely have to think critically. It's true. You're just fed information and you don't have a chance to assess it. Yep. Used to read walking to work. Oh, nice. That's a good idea. I walk to work as well when I can. Let's see. Yeah, I've heard TikTok's really good for growth, but I have one, but I don't use it. I just mostly got it to save my name, honestly. Oh yeah, I have some sketchbooks like that, Kudo, for sure. Yes, there is an art fight thread in the Discord. Yeah, if anyone wants to join the Discord, if you're doing art fight, I'm thinking still about maybe just doing an art challenges channel, because there's a lot of people doing art fight in our Discord, and I want to make it easier for people to find each other. And I do think threads are a little hard to find, but if you go to the general section, just like the general chat area in my Discord, and go to the pins at the top, you'll find a link to the art fight threads. You can post your profile, you can post your art updates. Check that out for sure. Biking around everywhere when the heat isn't trying to kill me helps me out with mental rest. That's true. Yeah, don't die in the heat, you guys. But yeah, biking is a great exercise. I live in a really beautiful mountainous place. I live in Colorado, and I really don't get to take advantage of the mountains as much as I used to, as much as I would like to. So it's something I need to like fix. You know. What beautiful markings this little snake has. It almost looks like a little dragon. I'm kind of exaggerating the face shape a little bit, but that's okay. Stylized studies are fine too. You grew up in Colorado. Nice. I actually grew up in Texas. Moved to Colorado once I switched careers, and have been here honestly a lot longer than I thought I would be able to afford to be, but I've been very fortunate and very lucky, and just been able to find decently affordable places to live, and kind of have always made just enough to scrape by. Like, I definitely have not grown my retirement very much, unfortunately, since moving to Colorado, and that does stress me out a little bit, but who knows, maybe that'll change someday. I can make up for lost time. Tiny little pearl dragon, yeah. I think that's actually part of why I didn't sleep well last night, was just thinking about some of that financial stress. Like, financial goals that I have that I've just had to put on hold. But we'll see. I'll see how it all works out. If I can get back into conventions and start making decent money that way, that might actually be a good way for me to, I don't know, help make the ends meet, as it were. It's the most beautiful snake you've ever seen. It is very pretty. Yeah, it's a little hawk-nosed snake. I think it was Crazy that knows kind of, or yeah, like kind of what did you say the morph type was again? I'm sorry, I don't remember. Yeah, some kind of like snow morph, I think. Maybe I'm biased because of the name. It definitely caught my eye, and I was like, that is a pretty animal. I would like to study that color. There's some kind of pinky morphs. Oh, interesting. Down in Colorado Springs at the base of... Oops. Cheyenne Mountain. Oh, is that where you grew up? Nice. Yeah, you should visit Colorado, Scully. It's a really pretty area, for sure. Snow and Superconda. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I love that it's just got the head markings and then just totally white the rest of the body. That's very striking, for sure. Very designer snake. Like, clearly not a wild animal, but very, very pretty. I really love the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo here in Colorado. It's really nice. I haven't been to the Denver Zoo in a while. I should probably go back and visit sometime. I have to start up planning a mask you gotta make for a convention. Ooh, nice! Yeah, I went to my first... got to go back to my first con in a long time this year. Both as an artist and as an attendee. Hadn't done the attendee thing almost ever. I think maybe one time before I moved to Colorado. I went to a small Comic-Con. But, well, kind of small. It wasn't actually that small, but either way. It was good. It was good to kind of get back out there and like reconnect with some people and just kind of see what the, I don't know, like what the norms are these days, because I'm just so out of touch, and meet a lot of artists and make some connections. It was nice. I need to follow up on some of those things actually, but gosh, my life is so busy. I gotta figure out a way to make this work where I don't need my day job. So that's definitely on my list of tasks for the year. All right, lovely little snack. We have a little local Comic-Con that comes around twice a year. Wow. Oh, I'm so sorry, I did miss it, Corsi. I'm so sorry. I'm not... like I said before, if I ever miss something in chat, it's usually not because I'm intentionally ignoring somebody. It's just like it's hard sometimes to keep up and things get missed. Superconda. Okay, I can see though if I click your name. Fun little trick that I found out about recently. Both parents have a patternless gene, which would be called condas. It makes them look like little anacondas. But when put together, they lose all the pattern apart from the head stamp. Oh, head stamp's a fun name. Snow is a combination of the axanthic gene, which makes them gray, and the albino gene. Fascinating. See, I'm so sorry that I missed that, but I found it. I'll do better, maybe. I'll try to do better. Let's see. It's in the winter and the summer. I've never heard of a con being twice a year. That's interesting. All the cons I've ever been to have just been annual. But I guess if it's like a little small con, I can see how that might be easier to organize. Okay, I'm gonna slap some value on this, and then we're probably gonna call this good. So in about 5 minutes, I'm gonna get into the Discord, and we're gonna look at what you guys have done. So, if anybody has any studies they want to share, get them posted in the art gym section. As long as it's done from observation of some kind, whether it's in-person observation of something you're actually physically looking at, or you know, a reference image, or you could do like a foundational study of some other kind. As long as it's the way to know whether it belongs in the art gym or in a different section for art share is whether or not the purpose was to learn. If the purpose was to make like a finished piece of some kind, it was probably not a study. It was probably just like you using reference to create something, which is a very good practice, and I highly recommend. It's just not quite what we're trying to encourage in the art gym. Not that it's bad, it's just that what I'm trying to do is encourage artists to do the kind of boring part of art making, right? Like encourage myself, really, to do the boring part of art making, which is doing studies, doing practice, doing things that are like hard, things that aren't fun, at least not for me. Practicing like basic anatomy and practicing like color and value and all that stuff. I don't get super excited about that most of the time. I'm getting better. Like the art gym is actually helping me kind of find the joy in doing studies, which is good. It's a good habit to be in, and it's one that I'd like to keep. So yeah, again, thank you everybody for keeping me accountable to that. But yeah, for most artists, I think we tend to avoid, like we all know we should be doing more studies, and we just kind of don't. And this is a way to kind of break that habit, I guess. Or to attempt to break the habit. The little snake at the top, yeah. Yeah, I had to. Actually, in Krita, I thought it was. They had this really nice little scale brush, but maybe that was in Psy or some other thing that I had. I thought they had a scale brush, but maybe not. Oh wait, is this it? Yeah, there we go. That's much easier. Little stamp to make it just go a little faster. It's good for me to experiment with different brushes too. Really need to practice using different kinds of brushes. Oh, I don't like that it doesn't scale though. It's like a true stamp. It doesn't get smaller. It's just the same pattern that it's revealing. It's not as helpful. Oh wait, this one maybe? No. Nope. Oh well, I tried. Alright, save. Here's my little studies from today. I think I'm going to call it here at 4. So I did 4 total studies, and then we're going to go look at what you guys did in the art gym. So it's fairly small. They go throughout the Valley of California. Oh, cool. I've never been to California before. Hey, Taddy, thank you for lurking this whole time, Tad. I appreciate that. Okay, let's get into the art gym and see what folks in the chat have done for studies. Oh, but first we have we have a stretch break coming up. We have an ad break. So during the ad breaks here, we just stretch. I don't do any art. I try not to respond as much to chat, just so that people don't feel like they're missing anything. So if you want to join me, if you can hear the sound of my voice, we're about to do a stretch. It's our once an hour reminder to unshrimp. Unshrimp. Sit up straight, push your shoulders together. Gonna do some neck rolls maybe. We'll do that during the ads, and then after 180 seconds, we'll look at what you guys did, okay? That's the deal. Let's see. And if yours isn't done, don't worry. Take your time, get what you need to out of it. You can always post in the art gym at any time. We'll be looking at everything that is posted after today's stream as well on Monday. So you always have a chance to show your work, so never ever feel like you gotta rush. I want people to get what they need to out of the studies and not to, you know, like, I don't know, not to stress, not to try to catch up, because I feel like it's not going to be as useful. Science, why are you yelling at me? What? Did we get the email? Science, you can't come in here and say that during an ad break. Now I have to wait till the ad break to look at it. Wait, really? Wait, really? Science? Really? Wait, Blint, really? You wouldn't tease me about this, right? Oh my gosh, I want to check my email so bad. Ah, ad break. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Oh my gosh, no way! Ah, okay. We're gonna stretch. Hold on, guys. I have an announcement. We'll get to it after. Oh my gosh, I have to check my email. Oh my gosh, Science, I'm so nervous to check my email. Because that means maybe they got back to me about Artist Alley. Deep breaths. Okay. Okay, we're gonna stretch. It's not my birthday. It's not my birthday. Okay, hold on, we're stretching. We're stretching. Whew. Okay, I'm nervous. I hope it doesn't say no. It might say no. It might say no about Artist Alley. I have to like acknowledge that. Okay. Let's stretch, everybody. So I'm gonna arch my back, push my shoulders together, and hold. You should too. Let's just unhunch. I'm resisting the urge to check my email right now. You guys are making it very hard. It's not my birthday. Okay. So for those who don't know what's going on, I applied to TwitchCon. Well, I'll say this after the ads too, but I just feel like I need to give some context. Today is the day that we're supposed to hear back about any kind of proposal for TwitchCon, whether it was Artist Alley or being like some kind of on a panel or doing some kind of other content or show. So today was the deadline for them to tell us that. They kind of pushed it back from last week. So I've been kind of watching my email, but I wasn't watching right this second, obviously. But man, that also means if Science heard back about his proposal, that means that they may have emailed me about TwitchCon, and it might say no for the Artist Alley, which I really want it to say yes. But I have to prepare myself. So guys, please don't be too excited, because I might be sad if they say no for the Artist Alley booth. But it is a possibility. It's extremely competitive to get into Artist Alley at TwitchCon. So I'm going to check my email after the ads, but I'm trying to stretch right now. That's for those of you who have a subscription or Twitch Turbo, that's what's going on. So after the ads are over in 40 seconds, I will check my email. Just try not to try. Yeah, crossing fingers for sure. Yeah, it's very possible that they're going to say no on the Artist Alley booth, but I'll do that here on stream here in a second. So if you want to stay tuned. Valent. It's during an ad break. I want to do it right now. Okay, we're stretching. Okay. Whew. So it's been about 45 seconds at least. I'm going to unarch my back. You know what? I'm just going to do some basic wrist rotations right now. It couldn't help the excitement. No, I'm excited too. It just reminded me that it's also like they may have emailed about, oh, I've got butterflies. It's probably going to say no. I have to like lower my expectations. At least that got a yes, which is super exciting. So okay, now that we're out of ads, let me give some context here. Before I check my email. I don't know if I should. Is it okay to share? I'm assuming it's okay to share, Blint, since you just came in here and said that. So I would like to tell everybody in my community what you're talking about, if I can. I hope it's okay. But yeah. So I don't know what you're talking. Wait, am I supposed to keep it a secret? Are you trolling me? Oh my gosh, stop it! I'm gonna tell people just because you're being mean. So Bullet approached me at Science Streams a few months ago and asked if I wanted to potentially be on a panel with him and some other science and education streamers here on Twitch, which I was so honored by, especially as somebody who's like not necessarily an educational streamer, but we do talk about animals and do some conservation. So that's going to be the point of the panel, and it sounds like, if I'm understanding why you're excited, it sounds like that a proposal got accepted, which is so exciting, because that means even if I didn't get the Artist Alley booth, I can at least get a ticket to TwitchCon to go to the panel. I still really want to be an Artist Alley, don't get me wrong, but that is super exciting. So thank you again, Bullet, for sharing that with me and including me in that. I'm super honored. I'm excited to talk to you more about like what that should look like. But yeah, so it sounds like you guys. It sounds like I'm going to TwitchCon at the very least. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bullet, for including me in that, and I'm really excited to hear that got accepted. Okay. I'm gonna check my email and see if they've emailed me back about Artist Alley. Oh gosh, I'm so nervous. Okay. I have not done anything like this live before, so I haven't. It might not say things that I want to hear, but. Okay, so it looks like they did not email me about anything else, but I did actually get an email, the one that you got, Science, 7 minutes ago. It's called Innovating and Educational Content on Twitch. There we go. That's what we'll be doing. Oh my gosh, I get to join the TwitchCon San Diego Discord server. Okay, I'm gonna have to read this whole thing after. So I only got the email about the same thing that you did. Oh my gosh, holy cow. I am so honored to be on this panel. I'm so intimidated looking at who else is on this panel. Oh my gosh, okay. Yeah, so I guess I'll be at TwitchCon. That's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you again for thinking to include me, Belinda. I don't feel qualified to be with you all, but I really appreciate that. And I don't have anything else from Twitch right now in my email. So it looks like they're still processing the other thing that I applied for, which was Artist Alley. Oh gosh, you guys. I'll let you know if I hear back from them. I'm actually going to keep my little email window open. But holy cow, that is so exciting. Thank you so much for coming over here and telling me that. That's amazing. That's amazing. Well, yeah, raise your hand in the chat if you're going to be at TwitchCon, because maybe I'll get to meet you. It sounds like I'm going to be on an education panel, which is so crazy. That's so crazy to think about, you guys. That's so crazy. Wow. I'm gonna have to practice. You're gonna ask for I'm gonna ask for your autograph. Are you kidding me? You're an ambassador, Science Streams. Oh, look at all those. Look, some hands in the chat. Miss Art Rules is gonna be there. Astro Banshee, of course, Science is gonna be there. I guess I'm gonna be there. So I guess I have to raise my hand in the chat too. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. Thank you. Cool. I'm sorry, I'm still processing. There's me. I'll be at TwitchCon. That's wild. Thank you for coming and telling me that, Blint. That was very exciting. Simultaneously nerve-wracking. Because, oh gosh, that means they're going to roll out the responses on everything soon. Whew. Okay. It's in your town. How could you not go? Well, we'll meet you there then, hopefully, Astro. Again, hopefully, I mean, I'm trying not to keep my hopes too high. It's almost too much to hope for. That I would also get Artist Alley booth. Again, they're very competitive. Tons of artists apply from all over the world, and very, very few get accepted. I know a lot of artists that have applied, and they are incredible. And I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you posted in the Discord if I get accepted. I will be making an announcement about this, if that's okay, Bullet. I think I'm not gonna ask for permission anymore. You've already trolled me about whether or not it's okay. I'm just a nervous creature sometimes, but I'm gonna make an announcement about this, and hopefully, maybe by the end of the day, I'll have an update about Artist Alley. Hopefully, if it's a no, I don't get that update on stream because I will be very sad. I don't really want you guys to see that reaction. So, but either way, I'll be updating probably today about that to let my community know. Yeah, if there's any posts that you make, Belint, I'll be sure to share it. If maybe I'll make like a little post myself once I know more about what's happening. But that's really cool. That's really cool, man. Okay, sorry. Still, I'm like shaking a little bit. Okay. You guys, look at the other people on this panel though. I'm just gonna give a shout out to everybody else on this panel so that you guys go follow them. Okay. So if you want to get to know some of the other streamers that are gonna be on the panel that I am gonna be on, Science, obviously, but we shouted him out. I will shout him out again, but I want to shout out some other folks too. Ultrasaurus is going to be there, and Ultrasaurus is somebody I've only recently been kind of acquainted with because of Science streams, and she does gaming and also science content here on Twitch. Let me make sure I spell her name right before I actually shout out Ultrasaurus. And then I might possibly be doing like a little project for Ultra. I'm not quite ready to talk about it yet, but we'll talk about it as soon as I get that going. So there's Ultra. You guys go follow Ultrasaurus. Big dinosaur fan, obviously. But plays all kinds of games here on Twitch. So if you're looking to meet more cool game streamers, Ultra would be a really good person to follow. I actually think I first met Ultrasaurus or saw Ultrasaurus on Science streams because he was interviewing Ultra, because she has a background in like what was it, like animal sciences of some kind, and like I don't know if it was like husbandry or like some kind of like livestock and like ranching. I believe she's up in Canada, but either way, it was really interesting to hear her chat about that stuff and ask some questions. And that was when I first kind of met Ultra. Holy cow. Let's see. The other person that you guys, bioethics, is that what it was? Yeah, that's what it was, because we were talking about some of this stuff. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense, bioethics. Man, the other person who's going to be on that panel is Paleontologizing. If you're part of my community, you probably are already following both Paleontologizing and Science streams. We shout them out all the time, and we're both. I'm in their channels pretty constantly. They're kind of my background interactive podcast streams here on Twitch. And then also, I hope it's okay to do this. Actually, maybe I shouldn't be. Well, anyway, I've already done it. So, and then of course Science streams as well. So make sure you follow all three of these streamers. If you aren't already following, if you want to get to know them first. I'm just too excited not to share that, I guess. I'm so sorry. In hindsight, I guess I'm sorry if they didn't want people to know, but well, it's out. Cat's out of the bag. I ruined it. Anyway, follow them. Maybe don't tell them that I said that in case they wanted to surprise their communities, but go follow them because I'm really stoked to get to be on a panel with them. Okay, anyway, use chopsticks, you guys. I'm getting other alerts from Twitch right now, so I think they're rolling out all of their announcements, and I'm so worried that they're gonna give me a no to Artist Alley right now. So I'm gonna actually avoid my email for a second. We're gonna go into the Discord, and I'm gonna look at the art gym submissions really fast. I am gonna scroll just to make sure there's nothing not work safe. Fair warning, and I will let you guys know on Discord either way. But fair warning, there will be snakes on the screen, so if you're not a big fan of snakes, this would not be probably the art gym show and tell for you. A few of them are not going to be because there's a couple of things that got posted since yesterday. We did a study stream with Margot Simone Art. We can get a shout out for Margot too. Margot is an incredible watercolor artist and did like a little egg painting tutorial along with us. Snakes on a screen. Yeah, it's about to be snakes on a screen here, but I appreciate the lurks. It does help potentially with all the things I'm trying to do right now. I am still, regardless of how things go with the Artist Alley submission for TwitchCon, I gotta move my email. I'm sorry. It's too tempting to look at it right now. But like, regardless of how that goes, I am still pushing for partner, and the views help. So if you're able to lurk, even if you don't like looking at snakes, I really, really appreciate it. I especially appreciate it if you are like overcoming a phobia right now to hang out here. That is like the highest compliment. But yeah, thank you to all the lurkers. We are gonna get into the show and tell and look at some artists who have submitted studies. And I'm gonna shout out, you know, people who I know stream. If you if you stream, Casey, check again. Oh my gosh, science, don't do this to me. My heart literally can't take it. Wait. Oh yeah. I saw that. I just saw that too. I didn't know if are you on that one too? Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're on that one too. I don't know if Shark wants me to talk about this too, but I don't know what this means. Actually, that's why I wasn't gonna say anything. Maybe you could tell me what this means. Yeah, it looks like also potentially conditionally accepted for a second panel at TwitchCon. Casey, off topic, but do you have any tips? Are you being sarcastic? Any tips for managing anxiety, please and thank you? I feel like I'm being trolled right now. I'm so anxious right now. What do you mean, Dad? No. Oh, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous right now. This is panic. Panic. Yeah, science, I don't know what this means. Conditionally, it says potentially conditionally accepted for a second panel. I'll just go ahead and talk about this too. Sorry, my brain is like short-circuiting right now. I'm so nervous. They're about to send me an email about Artist Alley, and then it's gonna say no, and then I'm gonna have to have that reaction on stream. So I'm trying not to refresh my email. But yeah, so Shark Geek, another cool science streamer here on Twitch. I don't know if he's in chat right now, but it's Shark. I think it's G33K. Let me check that before I shout him out. But potentially another person I might be on a panel with. Okay, I gotta lower my heart rate for a second. Yes, I did get that right. Okay. Ah, what's happening? There's music. Stop. Oh gosh. Yeah, go follow Shark Geek as well. I'll have more information about all of this. I'm gonna reach out to Shark later and ask for confirmation about when any of this is. But whew, okay. Yeah. Let's do the art gym. Also, hi Nerduino. How are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. Another fantastic science streamer. I'm so lucky to know so many cool science streamers and cool art streamers, and that so many of you guys make time to hang out in my chat. It means a lot. Make sure you go follow. I'll get you a shout out in just a minute once the timer cools down so that we can get you the fancy one, nerd. But I appreciate you being here. And it's fun as always to hang out. Enjoyed hanging out on your stream last night. Let's see. You got rejected last year? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Because didn't you guys try to do a science panel last year and you got rejected? Are you on? Did you apply for like a separate science panel too? I actually don't know what your plans were. Maybe you don't want to talk about that. Okay, let's focus. We're gonna focus and we're not gonna check our email anymore. That's the last time I'm looking at it. Wait. Okay, close that. Okay, all right, we are going to get into the art gym. So again, for anybody who's not been here for a show and tell for the art gym, basically it's an opportunity to do studies and share studies and encourage each other by struggling together. The whole idea with art making is that it's a skill, right? It's something that you can develop over time. And the only way to develop that skill is to do the hard work. And so, yeah, we're here trying to encourage each other to do the hard work, to do the skill building, to like stretch ourselves and challenge ourselves, and hopefully it's going to result in more proficient work at the end. There's a wonderful little blurb about what the art gym is. Oh my gosh, you guys, I can't stop glancing at my email. Professor Oaks, thank you. We did egg studies yesterday with Margot Simone Art, who is a fantastic watercolor artist here on Twitch, and she came on and co-streamed and did a little egg tutorial. My photograph is terrible of my eggs. Here's Margot's beautiful eggs. We'll get her a shout out. But Professor Oaks also, thank you for that sub. Would you like to be in the sub zoo? We're doing party animal sub zoo. I guess, oh, you guys, we can officially party a little bit. we can kind of party, because at least I got one piece of good news. I don't know if for anyone who was lurking, Science Streams just busted in here and let me know to check my email. And I got accepted into a panel at TwitchCon. I haven't heard back on Artist Alley yet. I'm terrified to keep refreshing my email because I'm afraid it's going to say no and then I'll have to cry on stream. But it's my party and I cry if I want to, I guess. I don't know. But we officially have at least one thing we can party about this month. Yeah, thank you, Oaks. No, we just found that out. So anyway, thank you for the sub. And if you would like to be in the sub zoo, let me know. I can do any animal. We can give you a little party hat. There's like a pool party area. I could put a walrus in the pool if you wanted. There's a dance party area. Here's me. I'm the zookeeper. I party hard with double hats, obviously. So anyway, if anyone wants to be in the sub zoo, that's kind of an ongoing thing we're doing. It just makes me feel better, honestly, when people sub, if I can do like a little doodle to say thank you. It's nothing much, but I appreciate the support. And I just, if you'd like me to draw you as something, let me know at any time. No pressure. But Oaks, I hope you're doing well. I also have a very exciting thing about a particular convention happening after TwitchCon that I may or may not be able to go to. So stay tuned for news on that, chat. Potentially, I'm not quite ready to spill the beans on it because I don't know if it's actually going to happen. But I met some really cool artists at Denver Fan Expo. And that's all I'll say right now. But anyway, I don't know. Consider I'll definitely let you know. But yeah, let me know if you would like to be in the Party Animal Sub Zoo, and I can add you at any time. And I hope you're doing well. Oaks is another artist you guys should all be following, by the way. If you like creature art, go follow Professor Oaks. You're missing out if you're not. I feel like I missed. Did you stream on Tuesday or do you stream Thursdays? I think I missed your stream last night. I was thinking about it. I was like, dang it, missed the Oaks stream. I was busy. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, I think I got another email from Twitch, and I can't look at it right now. I'm not gonna open it on stream, I don't think, because I might be real sad. Let's do the art gym. I'm sorry I missed it. I'm bummed. I was busy updating my online shop, and I worked too late. I needed to go to bed. But okay, so here we have from let's see, from Margot Simone Art. Oh my gosh, you guys, I can't focus. Why did I leave my email up? I got another email from Twitch, you guys. Maybe I'll look at it at the end of stream. I'm so afraid it's gonna say no, and I don't want to be sad. Okay, so there's Margot Simone Art. There we go. And this is what Margot made. Margot was doing, like I said, this like tutorial fried egg study with us. She did such a great job, and she was really patient, like explaining stuff and answering all my questions and answering chat questions. And I'm just really appreciative that Margot was able to come and join us, and it was super cool to have her on as a co-stream partner, and really fun to have like a guide as I was sort of like playing with watercolor. She did a great job. This is kind of her little setup too. So again, if you guys aren't following Margot Simone Art, go give her a follow. Lovely little study of an egg that she shared with us and painted with us yesterday. And a lot of you did that too. I know, I was so hungry yesterday. Wanted so many eggs. Oh, and here's Miss Capricel's study of an egg. Oh, this looks so good, Miss Capricel. So good. We'll get you a shout out too. Miss Capricel is also a traditional media artist here on Twitch. So again, if you're not following Miss Capricel, make sure you go check out her streams. Really cozy streams. She calls it art therapy session. Eggs belong on all food. It's true. I had eggs for breakfast. The last 2 days actually. I love the highlights that you got in here. You did a really great job with the kind of like the way eggs sort of like have their initial kind of like the segmentation of the whites, I guess, and then just kind of like the leakage of the stuff that gets all fried. That's a terrible way to explain a fried egg, but here we are. I think it looks great. I think you did a wonderful job, and thank you so much for sharing, Miss Capricel. Fantastic job. Lovely egg study. And then Clem, proper egg, I know, leakage. Proper egg description. Oh my gosh, you guys. I don't want to read this email. Clem, this is very funny. So for those who don't know, Clem usually does like these very complex like shape and contour studies, and I just think it's really funny that Clem was like, you know what, today we're doing just a basic value study of an egg. which I approve of. I think is great. I think is great. A very happy egg. Oh, that's true. It does have a little... You guys, look at the smile on the egg. Aww. Okay. Oh my goodness. Clem, this is great. This is great. I love it. You had boiled eggs today. Nice, nice. Loco Moco is your favorite way to have eggs. I've never heard of that before. Rice, hamburger patty, and gravy. I don't even know what that is. It sounds delicious. Okay, Santroa. Oh my gosh, you guys. I don't want to open this email. Santroa Art. Santroa Art did a lovely snake study on the way to work. Wasn't able to join us today for the study session, but a lovely little color study. If we could get a shout out for Santroa, I think it's Santroa Arts, but maybe double check me on that if I have a mod. If not, I will go look it up here in a second. But really, really great job with the structural drawing here. Ashley Arvillers, hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. It is so good. Mokomoko's Hawaiian breakfast dish. Okay, sounds good. Sounds really good. Yeah, this looks fantastic. Let me make sure I'm spelling it right, and then I'll get a little shout out for Central. I like to do it while we're looking, just to, oh, thank you. Thank you, Rhonda. Oh, animes, thank you both. Well, you guys are making me hungry, so that's good. But yeah, go follow Central Arts, guys. Definitely a newer artist here on Twitch, but is just kind of stepping foot into the streaming sphere. I don't know if he has a set schedule yet, but when he does stream, he's a delight to hang out with, so make sure you follow. Does really great character art and has designed a bunch of like overlays and stuff for Pyro Kitty's Tavern. So if you've ever hung out on Pyro's stream, then you've probably seen his artwork. It's getting close to lunchtime, yeah, getting close. No, Centroa says, I know the extension from the head are rear are of a large jaw, but they look like horns, and I love that. Oh no, I think that's great. Like doing stylized studies too, like this isn't even that stylized, to be honest. I think the inspiration of turning that into a horn is really cool. I like that a lot. Yeah. No, I think that's awesome. Amazing Fan 15, our wonderful mod, also streams here on Twitch. We'll get you a shout out to Amaze. Did a lovely Cobra study. Really tackled those scales in a way that, well, let's just say I do not have the patience for. I respect the attempt to do that. But Amaze does comic work, character work, animation, does it all, and manages to find time somehow to help mod, which I really appreciate. But I hope, yeah, I hope if you guys aren't following that you will go follow and make sure that you can support and see what he's up to. He's been doing a ton of like new animation updates for his stream, and he'll do all of that on stream to watch, which is always a good time. Cobras are kind of eerie looking, yeah. I feel like they're definitely one of the scarier snakes. We all have a ways to go, Maze. That's okay. That's okay. You gotta celebrate the steps in the direction of progress, and I think you're doing it. I think it looks great. You got good structure. It doesn't, I can tell the head is separate from the body. I feel like those kinds of tangents are really hard to, especially with that line of the hood kind of almost interacting with the shadow there. Like this, the image looks a little bit like a visual, what do you call it? Like when they're, oh my gosh, what are those things called? My brain is so scrambled right now from nerves. I cannot think. Those, an optical illusion. I need to get some sleep. This is what lack of sleep looks like, you guys. Can't remember the most basic of terms. Here we have Miss Art Rules sharing a watercolor study of it looks like a snake going after a butterfly. Very cute. You celebrate my moving to the next challenge. Hey, there you go. Always moving forward, for sure. It's definitely important to celebrate progress, I think. Otherwise, you just end up beating yourself up all the time and you get a really negative view of yourself and your art, which I think is not healthy. But I've said that plenty of times. This looks really fun. Really nice interaction here. Miss Art Rules, thank you so much for sharing. And as always, it's always fun to see like traditional media studies here as well. Do we have a snake? Maybe I'll do a snake and a butterfly. Butterfly. There we go. Yeah, it's a good pose. Oh no, we're getting to the end. You guys, should I read the email on stream? I don't want to ruin the mood if it says no and I get really sad. Karizi says, trying to get better at angles and scales. Oh my gosh. You picked some really dynamic scales. These guys, I always forget what they're called, but they're super interesting. They got these like raised scales that I think are obviously very exciting looking. This one's really fun too. Really nice job with the face there. And this foreshortening on this snake, not easy. Not easy.
To stop obsessing over it, yes. But I can do it off stream too, though, is the thing. An eyelash viper, is that what they're called? Okay. Yeah, no, these are cool. These are really great. Crazy, thank you so much for sharing and for practicing with us. Yeah, I need to get better at scales too. Scales are tough. Scales are, honestly, for me, I think it's the monotony of drawing scales. I know there's like techniques to drawing scales that can make it go faster, especially in painting. But with like hand drawing scales in like that requires a level of focus and patience that I have not trained. Let's just say that. I have not trained. But the cool thing about scales is if you pay close attention to scales and feathers, they actually layer in the same way. So like when birds have feathers on their faces or their necks and backs, it's easy to see especially. But there's a lot of consideration that perhaps feathers are highly evolved scales. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, anyway. Very, very nice job, Crazy. Thank you for studying along with us. Thank you all for working out in the art gym today. We've got a few more here. Old Blue Bones doing some nice skeletal studies. So many questions. Yeah, that one reference was a little tough. I'm glad you found another one. I kind of feel like this one might be damaged, to be honest, because I feel like we're seeing too much of the skull right here. I feel like or like something's weird about this one, because it seems to be missing. I love that you actually, so do you guys see what Blue Bones did? This is jack-lantern art, by the way. Found an image that actually labeled the sections of the skull. And this one almost seems to be missing the supratemporal part of the skull, right? Like it almost feels like this is uncovered when it should be covered. And so that's part of why I think maybe this skull, and maybe it's broken too, or maybe it's like a short-nosed snake. I don't know. It just feels like it's missing some of the bones that it should have. So I wasn't really sure about that skull either. I'm glad you went and found another one. I am slightly less confused. Yeah, that was a tough one. You really tackled a tough one there. And jack-lantern art, you think it's missing the skull? Yeah, I kind of think it might be as well. You made your own scale brush? Yeah, sometimes those brushes, just to save time, make a lot more sense, for sure. Let's see. Okay. Whew. All right. Well, these look great. And jack-lantern art, are you, oh, you put your name on there so that I would know. Thank you. You can also, if you didn't know this, if anyone doesn't know, you can actually change your nickname per server. So you could change your display name in specific servers if you'd like, if that's something people are interested in. So that way you don't have to worry about any of that. But, you know, I didn't know that till recently, so that's the only reason I bring it up. Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. This one is from Dusk Shadow Fox, who I do think does stream on Twitch. I don't know if they're in the chat right now. But a quick attempt at a snake and bird study from last week. Nice. Really nice job finding the structures here. Wings are so complex, but such a good thing to look at. Yeah, that's what I thought, Dusk. We'll get you a shout out. Thank you so much for drawing along and for sharing your lovely studies. Wow, what a pretty snake. I love it. You found a really lovely one to study. This is almost like a rave corn snake or something. I don't know. Is that a corn snake? I actually don't know what that is. Really, really pretty though, whatever it is. And lovely studies. Great skull studies here, breaking down those shapes. I like how you did different like stages of flight here. Thank you, Rod. I appreciate the help there. Yeah, these look great, Dusk. Make sure you guys go follow Dusk if you'd like to hang out on another art stream. Somebody who's, I think you're like relatively new to streaming. I'm trying to remember actually. I'm so sorry. My memory is not always the best. But yeah, go follow Dusk Shadow Fox. This one is from Dracon here in the chat. I love the dragon-looking vipers and boas. I had to draw the Cooper when I saw it, and of course, a regal-looking cobra, says Dracon. You can really see the muscles with the green tree. Yeah, yes, you really can. Yeah. Oh my god. The Great Wise One. For anybody who missed this earlier, we talked a little bit about the Arabian sand boa today. It's truly a snake worth magnifying. If you are somebody who's afraid of snakes and you're just here like muscling through your fear of snakes, I appreciate you, number one. Number two, don't be afraid to look at the screen right now, just for like a second. This actually might help you. This actually might help you overcome your fear of snakes. It is quite possibly not only the derpiest snake I've ever seen, Perhaps even just like the derpiest animal, really. Yeah. Derpy 101. Literally like a Muppet of a snake. Like a Kermit, but a snake. So good. The eyes are really great. Thank you for spotlighting. Thank you for spotlighting. Okay, I'm zooming out now, so if you're afraid of snakes, look away. Hold on, I have to hydrate. Okay. Alrighty. But yeah, these look really good. Oh, really nice job with the perspective on this one. Some intense kind of foreshortening going on, but you really nailed it. And getting the flow of the scales too, super helpful. Kind of paying attention to like the angles at which they overlap. Very good stuff. Not just like scribbling or making stuff up, but actually drawing what you see is there and kind of getting the big shapes. Like the bigger scales around the nose, the smaller scales around the eyes. Even if you're not able to exactly get it, all those little details is going to slowly kind of, work its way into your subconscious. And you'll be able to pull that information out later when you go to do your own designs. So I think it's a great practice. I think you did a great job. This one looks fantastic as well. Lovely stuff, Dracon. And of course, thank you again for spotlighting our lovely friend, the great wise Sandboa. Lots of snacks. Snake. Okay. Sorry, my voice is just like dying today. Alrighty. Next up is Yangularu. Lovely little study, Rue. This looks so good. Man, you really nailed the muscles here. Like, do you guys see what I'm talking about? How you can really see not just the proportion, but really see like where the the lines are implying muscle and form. Again, Rue is an animator, so if you guys don't follow, sorry, my voice. Hold. Just like poured leftover smoothie down myself, so that's exciting. Anyway, Rue is an animator, and so I feel like animation kind of lends itself to having to develop this skill of saying a lot with very little. But Rue does a fantastic job with this, both in the drawings and in the animation. So if you guys aren't following, oh, thank you, Maze. If you aren't following Yangularu, sorry about my voice, guys. I don't know what's going on. Make sure that you do. Make sure that you don't miss the next stream, so that you don't miss the animating, the good vibes, the good tunes, the good Rue. Lovely snakes here. Really lovely colors also. This poor profile shot is gorgeous. Lovely stuff. No, unfortunately, when I don't get enough sleep, my body just does this. Miss Art Rules, I just kind of sound like I'm getting a cold. It's just what it does. It's my body's way of trying to slow me down. Unfortunately, it doesn't usually work. So I'll just sound like this probably for a couple days. But Rue, this looks lovely. Thank you so much for sharing and for drawing along. Hopefully you guys have all followed Rue, but if not, click that little heart button. All right, getting toward the end here. Numi! Oh, these are great. Man, look at these lovely drawings here. Really nice. I love this reference picture that you I think I know the one you're looking at for this. These are great. Lovely, careful studies of the anatomy, picking references that are really showing like the undulation of the muscles so that you can get a feel for how these animals move. I like that you did 2 passes at this. I like how you did, yeah, just like a quick, like your sketch version, and then did like a color and value and light study. Man, the way you handled colors here is just absolutely gorgeous. Stellar line arts. Yeah, I'm not sure who Numi is, but if you're in chat, let us know if you stream. We'll be happy to shout you out. But either way, yeah, just thank you so much for sharing these. Really, really inspiring stuff. I love it. I love when artists use like tons of interesting colors in the shadows, especially. I think it makes a really fun effect. But having that base of green to paint on top of too, I think helps too, because it gives that cool background, and then you can have the warm kind of popping on top for all the light. But this looks great. Yeah, super, super nice study and line work here. Well done, Numi. Hats off. All right. Miss Caprical did one as well. An Indian cobra. Oh my gosh, this cute little face. An Indian taipan. I don't know that one, but it looks lovely, Miss Caprical. Man, look at the scale texture here. Really, really pretty. again, we gave Miss Caprikel a shout out earlier, but make sure that you go follow. I think it'll let us do it again. Go follow Miss Caprikel, who does traditional media work, has just kind of begun the art journey, calling it kind of like art therapy sessions, but just doing all kinds of really beautiful landscapes and watercolor and obviously animals and objects and things. I think you're doing a great job, and it's really cool to watch your progress. One of the most deadly... Oh, Indian taipan. I'll have to look that up later. Always love learning about new critters. Very cool. Well, yeah. Thanks for sharing. All right, last but not least, we have one of Kudo. Ooh, a lovely painting of a Texas rat snake. The ref is from the Smithsonian Magazine website. Cool. Really, really nice, Kudo. Really good job with the foreshortening. This is, like, not an easy, like, typical angle to draw a snake from. Mental health is why you started painting too. Yeah, it's important. Kudo, by the way, for those who don't know, is Storm Dragon Studios here in the... Oh, it's not letting me... There you are. Yeah, go follow Kudo. Go follow Storm Dragon Studios. Lovely painting. This is really, really nice texturing. Really good values. Like, really careful observation. Like, again, I know I keep saying this, but I can tell that you're really trying to draw what you actually see and not just making stuff up or you know, relying on schema or drawing what you think you see. It's really cool. It's been really fun to watch your progress as well, Kudo. Thank you so much for sharing. And Kudo does stream. So if you guys are looking for more art stream friends, go check out Kudo. Very nice person. Very cozy streams. Very good stuff. Yeah, of course. Oh, go peek in works in progress. Oh my gosh, a Parasaurolophus in clothing. Amazing. Was this inspired by me freaking out about chickens in pants? Oh my gosh, that's so good. Oh, I love all the textures. Holy cow. You did a great job with this, Miss Capricorn. That's a work in progress? You're still working on that? I can't wait to see it done. Thank you so much for sharing. And thank you everybody for sharing. I'm really quickly going to screenshot just my little derpy studies here. And we are going to... we're probably going to raid out. I really think I should read the email off stream, you guys. I'm really worried it's going to say no, and then I'm going to bring the mood down by being kind of sad. So, I think that would probably be the wise course of action, would be to go look at that email off stream. So, something said, oh, and Danielle Allard stream, and then I think I went to your stream, so, oh, it had to be shared. Oh, no, I love it. I think it's fantastic. Oh, in the prediction. Oh, thank you. Yes. I will do that. Let me scoot this little doodle over. This, like, weird... I don't even know if I want to include that skull, actually. I wish I was better about, like, remembering to put things in line for easier sharing. Okay, and then... Oh, shoot. Why did it move the whole dang thing? What the monkey? I want the whole thing. Alright, well, Krita hates me now, which is cool. Here we go. Okay. Alright. We're just gonna share these middle three. They're okay. Not my best. Oh my gosh, of course. It isn't quite. Guess I just want to check this dang email. Okay. I will let you guys know in the Discord any updates that I get. I'll probably do an announcement later to talk about the what do you call it? The panel. The panel that I got accepted to. Oh no, I scooted the whole thing. How did I do that? Goodness gracious. Okay, I give up. Whatever. We're just gonna make it small. It doesn't matter. Alright, these are my studies from today. A little bit disjointed today. Wasn't super focused. Can't imagine why. But that's fine. We're just going to post these like they are in the Discord. And yes, we're gonna finish the prediction. God do what's best for you. Yeah, I hate to leave you guys hanging, but I just am a little worried it's gonna say no. And I don't wanna bring the mood down if I get kinda sad. It's okay. I'm sort of expecting it to say no, I guess, but it would be really nice if it said yes. I'm assuming it's a no. So anyway, let's go to... Where is the art gym? I lost it. Oh, here it is. Wait, no, that's not it. Oh, no, that is it. Oh my gosh. Getting lost in my own Discord. Okay. Mine from today, folks. Thanks for drawing with me, practicing with me, leveling up with me. I am struggling right along with you guys, and I really appreciate your time today. I really appreciate your lurking. I appreciate the support. Again, if anybody subbed or was gifted a sub doodle today, just let me know if there's a critter you'd like me to draw you as in the Party Animal Sub Zoo. At the very least, guys, we are celebrating that I'm going to TwitchCon, it sounds like. I'll be on a panel at TwitchCon, which will be really exciting. Still really hoping that they say yes for the Artist Alley, but I'm kind of expecting that it's a no. So I think I'm going to go read that offline, and I'll let you guys know this afternoon. How's that sound? I'll be back on this afternoon. I'll be back on at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. So I'll let you guys know then what the email said if you want to come back for that. Sorry, I know that's terrible. I just don't think I can read it on screen. And then, yeah, 6 p.m. Eastern, exactly. I'm going to be doing some art gem stickers or some art fights or both. Regardless of whether I get into the Artist Alley booth, I do still want to have some art gem stickers to pass out to people at TwitchCon. I was kind of hoping if I got a booth that I could do like a little art gem session at the Artist Alley booth and have people like go sketch like PogChamp sculpture or something and then come show me and I could give them an art gem sticker, kind of make like an interactive thing, but I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be the case, but I'll still bring them with me to pass out either way. So we're going to be designing an art. If I have the heart for it, I should say. I may be a little sad if I don't have the booth, so maybe I won't be able to do that. But either way, we're going to be doing some art fights, some character practice at the very least this afternoon. So come on back this afternoon if you'd like. Thank you to all the new follows. You guys are so kind to hang out here. The subscribers, I really appreciate you guys. Thanks for crossing your fingers for me, everybody. I really appreciate you lurking. Mods, hats off to you. You guys are incredible. And let's go. Yeah, always take stickers. I've heard it's like a big thing, so I'm just gonna do that. And then I will take a deep breath and read this email after stream just now, and I'll just let you know this afternoon. Hopefully, if it's not the news I want, then hopefully I'll have a chance to process that and won't be quite as teeth clenchy about it. But anyway. Let me double check. I see a few folks on. I'm trying to keep track of like, I've said this a few times, but like who I've rated within the last 2 months. Which Twitch, I guess it does kind of show you who you've rated if you filter, but it only goes back so far. So I've got this little like raid sheet. So I try to make sure that I raid different people each time to try and keep it kind of interesting for you guys. Oh, here's somebody that we haven't had a chance to go visit yet. Ooh, what are they working? Ooh, here, I don't think we've ever rated this person, or if we have, it's been a really long time. Let me just make sure that what they're doing is work safe. It looks like it is. Yeah, you know what? Let's go say hi to somebody who has been showing some love, and I don't think we've ever had a chance to raid. Looks like unless they're about to get off, but it looks like they're doing a skull study, or like a skull painting, which, you know, very thematic. We did some skulls ourselves today. If you want to copy the raid call, there's the raid call, but we're going to go say hi to Andromeda Creates. Andromeda Creates. I don't think we've ever had a chance to raid Andromeda, and she comes into chat sometimes and is supportive and very sweet, and so I would love to go show some of this art Twitch and science Twitch and just general Twitch love. So if you could hang on through the raid just to go say hi, it's a really big boost for streamers when that happens. Yes, Shark, I shouted you out. Yes, I saw your messages. I'm about to check. I also got an email potentially about my Artist Alley booth. And I'm going to check that email after stream because I don't have the heart for it right now. But I'm very excited, and yeah, we'll be chatting. Hey Tanessa, how are you? Thanks for coming in. It's okay. We're gonna go say hi to Andromeda Creates. I'll be back at 4 p.m. guys. I'll let you know what the email said. I'm trying not to be too stressed, and I'm anticipating a no. I'm hoping for a yes, but we'll see. Let's go say hi to Andromeda, and you guys go follow Shark Geek. Shark Geek is another person I'm potentially gonna be on a panel with. So we're gonna have more information about that soon, okay? let's see. We are gonna go say hi. Is there anything else I need to say? I've got totally blank spaghetti brains right now. There's my socials. Here's my